From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Roz, Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All set up for Christmas yet?
Excuse me. What do you mean? Like the house? Yeah. Stockings are up, trees up. No decorations, though.
Nothing yet.
No decorations on the tree this year.
Oh.
No. We have a psycho baby cat.
Right.
Who is
We'll knock everything and just like climb into the tree and stuff?
Well, no, that we have one of those cats that's a thief, right? You know when you see YouTube videos where like cats are thieves?
Oh,
where
they
steal.
sneakily.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like this one cat that we have, like steals things and then moves them to other parts of the house. Like she goes on panty raids, right? So she breaks into Catherine's closet at night, throws out all the panties that she doesn't want to play with, finds a couple pair that she really likes, and then brings them up to the living room, right?
Like out in public? Or not in public, like to display or
she just leaves
into the
them
living
there.
room and like hides them somewhere?
No, she just leaves them there. She
between the couch
plays with them. She hooks her paw under it and grabs on one side with her mouth and flicks it across the room, right? You know, like the elastic waistband.
Yeah. Looking
on
at you, Millie, that's how it's done.
On a pair of panties, right?
Teach you a couple of things.
Come on now. That's my cat.
Looking at you like, yo, loser. I've seen your game.
Come on now. Come on.
You ain't got no game.
Come on now. Come on. What the hell's the matter with you?
So did you have that problem last year then? Where
No,
not that problem.
No, with the
ornaments. With the ornaments.
Listen, don't get me wrong, okay? I can flick a panty.
Sure.
All right.
Not according to the cat.
Hold on now. You don't think I could flick a panty?
I don't think
I could
so.
flick a panty farther than you could flick a panty.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Are you saying there's a competition tomorrow?
Guaranteed.
We got to bring in panties?
Yeah, okay. But not like our girls' panties.
No.
Like we need like wife, girl, like nope. You can't bring in a panty from someone you know. Like you can't bring in like
A third-party panty?
No, no mama panties.
Okay.
No wife panties, no girlfriend panties. But you don't think I could flick a panty?
So what, we're sending Maury to La Senza today?
Maury, we need 4 pairs of panties.
Okay.
Now, need some advice, okay? If there's anybody out there, because I'm not a panty expert, right? In the sense that which panties would be best for flicking. So if there is a particular brand or style, and you know what we mean when we say flick a panty, right?
Yeah,
Like you hook your thumb in it and then you pull it back and you let it
like
go
an
like an
elastic
elastic,
band.
right?
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. So you think you can go
What
farther than...
brand or what style would work best for this, do you think? Are we going somewhere that we shouldn't be going by flicking panties? Is that like obviously?
Like is woke culture going to come
I don't
after us?
know. No, I just mean obviously we need a target, and I don't think we're prepared. No, but like, listen, I took great offense to that. By the way, I did. I took great offense.
I could stand somewhere and you flick them towards
Well,
me.
no. That's where things start to go wrong. We cannot flick panties at a person, Maury.
No, but like,
In 2022?
No,
How am I? But if I
like
I suggested it.
No. Maybe like ring toss, right? Like, what about if we set up like,
okay,
right? Like, is that too far? I don't know. Is this too far? I don't know if it is. I don't know.
Oh, somebody, everyone's texting in right now.
Yes, to say what?
G-string, thongs.
I know, but like we need
Calvin Klein for sure.
Okay.
Somebody else said
now we're on
Fruit of the Loom.
Okay.
Another person said La Senza thongs.
Okay.
So we got some options.
Okay.
We do this tomorrow?
We got options. Okay, we're gonna. Okay,
panty toss.
Just wait.
2022.
Is this gonna turn somebody off? I don't want to turn anybody off, but I need to know that in my heart, I know I can flick a panty farther than Mocha can flick a panty.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
Somebody else said you need Walmart thick elastic band panties.
Okay.
Oh, La Vian Rose has some great panties for you guys.
Okay.
More about La Senza panties.
Okay. Maybe we should talk to somebody.
thongs only? Said
Who's
somebody
the
else?
okay? Who is a panty expert? Right? Guaranteed, there's somebody in our audience who's a panty expert. Right? Guaranteed. Who's the self-proclaimed panty expert?
You.
No, not according to his cat.
Come on now. Stop it.
You a
Stop it.
lesson.
Don't bring my cat into this, okay?
You're the one that brought up the cat
I know,
first.
but you're the one that made it a competition between me and my cat. Okay? Stop it. Stop it. Okay? We'll find our expert because we need to be guided on what the sort of
We're
best...
getting a lot of
Yes.
texts from people saying fruit of the loom.
Really, huh?
Yeah.
Like thong, though? Like, that's what I'm asking. Like, I don't know.
It's got to be.
It
It's
has
light-
to be,
lightweight.
right?
Yeah.
It has to be,
Has
right?
to be a thong.
Yes, yes. And if anybody finds this offensive, I would listen. I can flick
Nobody
I
is
can
so far.
flick a
Someone
men's
said-
thong. I don't care.
Somebody said, if you guys don't do this tomorrow, I'm going to be really
Oh,
disappointed.
okay, okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Podcast.
Sorry, I was just writing Catherine to ask her if she's okay if I flick panties on the show tomorrow.
You look so shook right now.
Like fling them, like to see how far we can.
What'd she say?
She hasn't written me back yet.
She's cool with it.
I don't even know how we started talking about this, but apparently tomorrow on the show. And we've been getting so many texts to
Yeah,
figure
a lot.
out what the best. Mocha accused me of not being able to flick a panty. And when we say like fling a panty, like when you like you would an elastic, right? Like thumb in the elastic in the waistband, and then you pull it back. And
Yeah.
Mocha
You got
seems to
very
think that
defensive.
Mocha seems to think that he can flick a panty farther than I can, which I highly doubt. By the way, I highly doubt that you can. Like, I'm like, this should be on Bodog.
You're so nervous.
I'm not nervous.
You're like,
I'm
shook.
not nervous.
Yo, Drake is going to make a bet on steak tonight on this. Listen tomorrow. What are you betting on, Drizzy?
Yeah, come on now. But then I was like, God, did we just like talk ourselves into something real stupid that's
No.
like going to turn people? So I just needed to ask my girl.
But here's the thing, though. Like, we are getting 100% of the texts when we asked if
Yeah.
people are okay with this
If we
or
flick
if we're taking
panties.
it
Yeah.
too far. And
Yeah.
100% of the texts coming in are saying, yes, everything is A-okay. Please do it.
And,
Someone actually said, I legit have a friend named Karen who said it's A-okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Catherine said, by the way, she wrote me back. She said, yes, you can.
Oh,
and
great.
then she
See?
recommended dollar store panties.
Oh,
Dollar store panties. No, that to
Wow.
me, that doesn't seem like it's going to have a quality elastic in the side of it. But we were looking for, like,
Oh,
we got
hold
a
on.
ton of panty experts that came out on text.
Yeah.
Like a ton of panty
Hold on.
experts.
925-555, by the way. Hey.
Hello?
Hey, it's Raza Mocha. So you're the panty expert, according to your
I-
text.
Sure am.
Okay, what makes you a panty expert?
I worked at La Senza and Victoria's Secret.
There we go.
Perfect.
Now we're talking. Now we're talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to lay down some ground rules here, okay? So talking to you, a panty expert,
Yeah.
do you think when it comes to, first of all, how far do you think you could flick a panty?
Do I think or do I know?
Oh, how far have you flicked a panty?
Probably across the store somewhere.
Oh, wow.
That's a far distance. Okay. So when it comes to flicking the panty, right, for our competition tomorrow,
Yeah.
what do you think? What's the best style, best kind?
All right. Is Maury taking notes here?
Yes, I believe he is.
All right. So you need a large, thick elastic band that goes around the panty.
Okay.
If it's only on the sides and it's seamless in the front or the back, you will lose the power and the length of the flicking.
Okay. Now, question for you. Are
Yeah.
we putting thumb in the waistband and pulling the waistband, or are we putting thumb in the sort of crotch area and pulling the waistband?
Depends on where the elastic is thickest. So I would think from waistband to waistband.
Waistband to waistband, just as
okay.
you would an elastic band, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
For the aerodynamic.
Okay. Now, when we talk sizes, what size have you found is the optimum size to flick?
So I would say a good medium that stretches to an X large is your best idea.
There we go. This is why we hire experts.
This is
right.
perfect.
This is why we hire
This is
experts.
the kind of intel we needed.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Now, are these your sort of like basic utilitarian panty, or is there are these sort of, are they like aesthetically pleasing? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you want to enjoy the ride. So,
Right.
you might want something that has less material. So
that was going to be my question, the thickness of material. So
Yeah.
you want the thinnest possible.
Exactly.
Okay.
So you want a good ratio between the material in between the sides and a good elastic on it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And
that's some good
thong
info
though,
here.
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely. Otherwise, too much.
But I wouldn't.
Too much
I
drag.
wouldn't do those small, like thin thongs that go up your, you know what?
Yeah.
I do those. I do the larger ones that have the writing of the brand on the side. If the writing is on the sides, then you know it's large enough for good flicking.
Okay.
Oh,
Good.
Great.
Good,
Wow, this
good,
is
good intel.
amazing,
Good intel.
amazing information. What's your name?
Emily,
Emily, thank you so much for reaching out.
you're welcome.
And we'll do this tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Like around 8 o'clock after Mystery
All
World.
right.
I don't know why.
Okay?
I'll be listening.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks, Emily.
All
Love you
right.
lots.
Okay. Thank you, Emily.
All right. Love you lots,
love.
guys.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, it's happening.
I can't believe it.
What supplies do I need? Are you going to bring like a tape measure?
Yeah, I can bring a tape measure in. So you and me tomorrow, panty flick.
2022.
Right? 20, well, there will be no 2023. It's just no.
No, it's first annual.
No, it's not the first. This is not the first.
Yo, it's like WrestleMania.
It is not. I don't.
Every year of this week.
Come on, man. It is not.
Oh my
No.
God, guys! Should we get
Bro.
belts made?
No.
Should we get championship belts made?
No.
Should
This
get
is
panties made.
this is no. No. We do not need a belt. We do not need to celebrate this more than one time. This is a one and done, and then we will forget we ever did this stupid thing forever. Okay? Okay.
Flick-A-Mania?
No,
Part
it's
one?
not Flick-A-Mania. No.
And new.
No.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, disclaimer. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, so we're going to be flicking panties, okay?
Oh, God.
And I know, Deepa, okay? I don't know how the hell I got myself into this.
Say the name.
Okay.
What's the name? Say the name.
What is it?
No, you say it.
No, you say
You
it.
know what it is.
I'm not saying it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Flick-A-Mania.
Okay, so how this started yesterday, just so I don't want anybody to think we're perverts, okay, is that I told a story about my cat, Birdie, who in the nighttime goes in Catherine's drawers and grabs panties and then sneaks them into the living room all night and hooks her paw in one side of the elastic and bites the other side and just flicks them all over the living room. She has a great time doing it. Mocha accused me of not being able to flick a pair of panties as far as my cat. I took great offense to that. And then it turned into he and I having a competition on who can flick a pair of panties the farthest. I apologize.
Have you ever flicked a panty before?
Many times, Maury. Don't even go there. with
Okay.
me. Don't even go there.
All right. This is like,
Okay.
this is like when the Mega Powers split up and had to fight for the title. Right, Sean?
I think you wrote about it in your book, right, Ron?
No, Maury, you didn't read my book. Okay, so Maury sourced 4 different kinds of panties.
Weirdest day of my life.
We should choose which panties we're going to flick, okay? We were recommended, we had an expert on who had actually worked in 2 different panty stores, and she had recommended, if you want to grab the La Vie en Rose ones, Mocha, she had recommended like a thick waistband, and what she had said, and she was very good. She said, if they write the name on the waistband, that is thick enough to give a good fling.
Don't be stretching that panty.
I'm literally not stretching the panty.
Okay.
Actually, if he
Making
did,
sure
it would go against him.
Okay. So this was her recommendation, was the ones that have a big, thick elastic that has the name written on it, okay? And so we have those, and then grab the brown ones off the hanger. These are full bum. We're not using full bum.
Why? What's wrong with full bum?
Well, we're just not enough. Too much drag, Deepa.
Yeah, this is
we're
too
talking
heavy.
aerodynamics
This is
here,
too
man.
heavy. Deepa, you think this is going to fly across the
Why
room?
not? Try it.
No.
Hey, I tested those, and those ones
these
went
are-
far.
No,
These
I'm
are
not.
out.
I don't
These
think
are
we're.
out.
I don't think we're flicking full bump. But let me just check the elasticity on the full bumps.
No.
Hold on.
No, they can't.
Hold on. Ooh, that's tight. No,
See?
too much drag. Too much drag. Okay, grab the pink ones now, Mocha. These are from Victoria's Secret, of course. First of all, they're very tiny. Very tiny.
Extra small.
Thank you.
Wow.
And these have a good, and again, enough elastic where the name is written across the top of it, right? And this feels like an actual elastic. Like, I think I could get into these.
I think
You should try it.
You know what I
before
mean?
Flip them. Put it on.
Maybe I will.
I bet you can't.
Yeah.
I bet your cat can do it.
Why don't we next see how far like I can fling you in a pair of panties?
Okay, so
Why don't we do that? So we have
far-
these ones. These are so far the pinks are your favorite?
Pinks are my favorite.
Okay, let's go
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
reds because the reds feel there's like no waistband, no nothing. It's
I
like
don't
the
like this
whole
one.
thing is made of
I
elastic.
don't like the red ones. The red one,
There's nothing
this is
to
like
them.
a piece of paper.
Okay, just for the record, in
No.
testing, those were the winners.
Maury.
What are you doing, man?
Okay.
Jeez. No, not
No?
these. I'm saying pink all day.
Yeah, you're going pink all day?
Yeah.
We have to agree,
I think.
right? We have to agree.
What do you think, Roz?
I'm going either pink or red, both from Victoria's Secret. They know what they're doing with stretch over there, huh? I
Hold
think
on.
that's their secret.
Let me see.
Any ass, any panty, right?
Oh my
Look at the stretch.
God.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good stretch.
Bro, somebody just walked by the
Okay.
studio now.
And saw you
looking
doing
in.
this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And without any
Right?
context.
we're just sitting here. Maybe we're testers, right?
Yeah.
Like if we were having a competition with
Okay,
cheese, we would be in here testing cheese.
My vote is still the pink ones.
Okay, I'm with you on the pink. Let's do
Yeah?
pink.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do, and they're super small, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, these
Extra
are like
small.
yeah, these are extra small.
Okay.
And then afterwards we'll do the fashion show. Damn it, Maureen, get ready for that, and then come back and join us.
All right, Flick-A-Mania is next,
Okay,
y'all.
next.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Welcome to Flick-A-Mania. First annual, by the way.
No, one and done. This is not first annual. We're not doing this every year.
It's like WrestleMania.
No,
bro.
it's not.
Every year.
No, it's not.
Fight for the title.
No. So this is Flick-A-Mania. Welcome to it. Yesterday, by the way, Flick-A-Mania is Mocha and I are going to be flicking panties to see who can flick a set of panties the farthest. And this all started, just in case, we don't want anybody to think that this is done for any sort of perverted reasons. I told a story about how our cat Birdie goes in Catherine's underpants drawer and in the night and finds panties and then brings them in the living room and puts her paw on one side and bites the other side and flicks them across the room. She does this all night. It's a great time. Mocha accused me of not being able to flick a pair of panties as far as my cat. And then the competitive nature in me just took over, and we started a huge fight yesterday about who could flick a pair of panties the farthest because of my cat, because I was accused of not being able to do something as well as a cat. And then here we are, 24 hours later, about to flick a pair of panties. We've decided on the pink ones from Victoria's Secret.
Yes.
Thong, small, XS in size, very elasticity.
Very.
Right? Very.
Yeah.
Now, the ground rules are if it hits the ceiling or is interrupted or anything like that in any way, you get to do your shot over.
Okay.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Other than that, it's one and done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We got the tape measure out.
There's a tape measure across the floor, 25 feet. I think we're going to need more room.
So do I.
I think we're going to need more room.
You not so much. I'm taking the tag off of this one.
Oh, okay.
You not so much. You're not winning, bro.
Well, I'm assuming, and I have for a long time, that you would be somebody who wants a pair of panties as far away from him as possible at all times. So it doesn't surprise me that you're this confident. I think you've probably done something like this before. It's not the first time. Deepa, any recommendations on flicking a panty?
I have none. I've never tried this
Never
before.
tried.
So
You've
you guys
never?
are on your own.
Like not even like into the laundry basket or anything like that?
No. I don't play games when I do my laundry.
Jeez. Wow. Like, hold on a second here. You don't even do that move? Like when you go in to get a shower and then your underpants are around 1 foot, you don't fling them up and try and catch them?
No, never.
What?
Never. I'm boring. I'm sorry.
Girl.
You never tried to catch your panties?
No, I've never.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. Who's going to go first? How are we going to determine that? No. That's rock, paper, scissors.
One and done.
One and done.
Okay, ready?
And wait a second. It's 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Correct.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
On your hand.
Yes, ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Rock. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh!
Mocha goes first. I had rock, he had scissors. Mocha's flicking first. So Mocha's going to go stand in the corner of the room. Shem is going to be filming from one angle. Damn it, Maury, are you ready? Damn it, Maury's going to be filming from the other angle. Foot at the very beginning of the tape measure. Please, Mocha.
Okay, here we go.
Anytime you're ready. So Mocha's technique is, Mocha's a lefty, by the way, too. Let's not forget that. I don't know if these are these left-handed panties?
No. You know what?
Yeah.
They actually feel like right-handed.
They do. You know what? I see you struggling over there.
Yeah, so I think
Right?
I might be at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
Excuses.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
Flick. Oh!
Where are we at?
Where are we at?
It didn't go as far as I was hoping.
14 feet.
Exactly 14 feet?
Exactly 14 feet.
Okay. Mocha hit 14 feet.
Okay, Roz,
Okay. I'm going now.
as Flick-A-Mania continues. 14.
14. Oh, hold on.
Wait, no.
Mocha's, no,
No, man. Don't you know how to read a tape measure?
feet 6 inches.
Bro,
14 feet.
those 6 inches matter.
Yeah? 14 feet 6 inches
Yeah.
for Mocha.
Okay.
Shortchange me, bro.
Okay, 14 feet 6 inches is the distance to beat.
Okay, Roz's turn now. He's got his foot at the front of the tape measure. He's getting his bearings here. Thumb on one end, finger on the other. Oh, he's crouching.
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Crouching
Ooh.
down, aiming up at the air. Okay.
And
Ah! Oh my God! Oh no! Oh no! Hold on! Wait!
wait,
No!
wait.
No! Ah!
What?
I flicked the panty the furthest! I flicked the panty the furthest! I flicked the panty the furthest! Yeah! The best there is! The best there was! The best there ever will be! Ladies and gentlemen!
Where am I, Maury? I'm 14 what?
No.
What am I?
You are 15 feet 8 inches.
Wait a second.
Wait, what?
Wait, what? Do you know how to read a tape measure?
13 feet 8 inches.
Okay, 13.8 to 14.6. I came up a foot short. I tried a technique. You know what I tried to do? I tried to arc it, right? I tried to get down low and arc it,
Yes.
thinking because I was
Like a rubber band.
I was terrified of hitting the ceiling.
Yes.
Right? I was terrified of hitting the ceiling. And so I made a call because as I was walking over there, I'm like, I know because of my height, I'm going to go a little overboard and I'm going to hit the freaking ceiling or I'm going to ruin it. So I crouched when I did it. That was my technique is I crouched down and it was just a bad call. It was a bad call.
Yeah,
Who's
loser.
next? Who's next? Who do you think you are? I am.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
One second. Hello.
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha. Sorry that you're late for work.
You guys were awesome. I'm glad you won.
You sat in the car waiting for Flick-A-Mania to hear what would happen. Now, listen, when you heard that we were doing this and how upset Roz was, who did you think was going to win?
You, of course.
Oh, you thought I was going to win. Oh, wow.
Us brown people, we know about our panties, man.
Oh, Roz, zero confidence in Roz. Damn.
Zero. White people don't know about panties?
Us brown people, we know how to do it. We know how to do the flicking. And I work in healthcare, so I was like, forget these patients. I need to do this panty thing. I need to stay here and figure this out.
Oh, the poor patients.
I know. They needed to wait.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You guys
All
take
right.
care.
Maybe we'll do it again next year.
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. Sorry that you're disappointed.
You know what? I was Mocha, I love you, but I was rooting for Ross.
The
100%.
text that you wrote in said, Roz, I'm disappointed in you. Should have won that contest, man.
Oh, I tried. Listen, I made a judgment call, right? I made like a technique call and it was the wrong call. Like it was just it was the wrong call.
As soon as I heard you were like, I'm gonna arch it, I'm like, oh, it's all over. He's gonna lose.
Oh, yeah.
I
yeah.
knew from the beginning,
Yeah.
and I'm not like a panty flicking expert,
Yeah.
but I knew from the get go. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
Well, I got 1 year to train.
Oh, look who's into having Flick-A-Mania, an annual thing now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got 1 year to train up.
Yeah, come on. We need a rematch. I think it's only fair.
Yeah, I know. But it's not. This isn't something we can, do every day. And we made the commitment that it's one and done. It wasn't even best 2 out of 3, right? It was one and done. Maybe next year we do best 2 out of 3 or something or we each get 3 shots and then like long jump where it's like where the longest is the one that counts, right?
Hey.
So maybe we do that.
Shut up, Jeff. Thanks for the call.
No, Roz, I think you need to be confident in your abilities and be like, no, we only need 1 shot because the 1 shot I'll get you next time.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm going to get you with 1 shot next time, Mocha. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
No problem. Thanks so much, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So I wound up finally getting my oil changed.
Hey!
We had this discussion the other day. How many kilometers over the recommended kilometers of getting your oil changed is like appropriate, right? Like what is excessive? What is like appropriate?
Yours?
Yes.
Where you were at on Friday, even yesterday?
Yes.
Was excessive.
Okay, I had said I was, because I had the sticker, right? First of all, I ripped that sticker off before I went to get my oil change. I just played dumb, like I didn't know. Right, embarrassing. So I had said that I was 16,000 kilometers over.
Yeah.
When I got him,
that was like 2 oil changes.
when I got in my car that day, I realized I was 19,000 kilometers.
No, that was on Friday?
Over,
and then you still did driving all weekend.
All weekend, okay?
Man.
I was 19,000 kilometers over.
How your engine did not seize up?
Okay.
I don't know.
So I go and I go to one of those places. I go to like a lube place where you sit in your car, right? And face the embarrassment head on when they just keep coming to the window and unrolling your window. Oddly enough, my oil, I was like, how's the oil? He's like, hey, it's time for a change.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, no, like he was not like
disgusted.
There was no
additional
judgment,
problems.
no nothing. Okay. However, every other liquid in my car, in the truck was just like, I kept looking at the screen where it was like $49. And I'm like, this is great, man. $49. I'm going to be in and out of here. I was second in line, right? I get there at 10:15. By the time I leave, okay, 11:50.
Oh my God.
Okay.
That's a lot of work.
Okay.
What do they do? Take your engine apart?
Okay, no. So all my liquids, everything needed to be changed.
Yeah.
So then the guy's like, listen, we can't do any more work in the bay. Just go pull in the parking lot and I'll do it there. Right? And I'm like, okay, cool. So I go and I pull in the parking lot. And so my hood is up and I'm sitting in the truck. And he's futzing around in the front. And all I hear is him go, oh,
no, what happened?
Right? And I can't see what's going on because the hood is up. And then another guy comes over. And as he's walking over, I see his eyes open up like super, super, super large.
Yeah.
And this guy goes, oh,
yeah.
Okay. Then I hear something drop and both guys bend down. Like I just see both people bend down.
Yeah.
Right. And then they come back up. And then the guy walks over to my door. And he had my air filter in his hand. Okay? Because I spend a lot of time in the country, right? I go to the cottage and everything else. And he shows me my air filter.
Yeah.
And this is the nests from, I don't know whether it's a mouse or whatever. This is my nests, okay?
Yeah.
This is my air filter.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
Bro, are you driving around like that?
Yeah.
For months?
Yeah, for months. For months.
That was built last winter. You know that, right?
Yeah, no, I know. Or even longer.
Oh.
Or even longer.
Oh,
what the hell is that? Yeah. That's the nest.
Was anything living in it?
What's that?
Was anything living in it?
No, there was nothing alive in it, but there was so much poop in between all those little crevices.
So
right?
you're breathing that in.
Oh, forever. Forever.
No.
Right? Yeah. So that was on
How
the
much
list.
did it cost?
In total. So I went in, okay? So I went in and I was like, okay, here we go. The quick in and out, get an oil change. It was $49. It was the special.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
I walked out of there after this and everything else, $465.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I watched 2 movies over the weekend based on your recommendation, Ross.
Okay. What do we
And
got?
If you listen to... Oh, my God, Deepa. Something's going on over there. If you listen to the Roz and Mocha show long enough, then you know that Roz's recommendations are always pretty much on point.
Yeah.
I watched Barbarian.
Yes.
Did not like it.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I ended up watching Don't Worry, Darling with Harry Styles.
Yeah.
And Florence Pugh.
Yes.
And then Olivia Wilde.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Bro.
What?
If it weren't for all the terrible controversy that surrounded this movie, I think it would have done like better numbers than it actually did.
Because I had no idea what the movie was even about until I sat down and watched it. And I was like, how do I not even know basic plot of this movie?
Thank you.
And the movie was not what Olivia Wilde said the movie was.
At all. And I enjoyed the movie.
Yes.
I thought it was great.
Yes.
And all that nonsense that happened, I think, ruined what could have been a great movie.
I agree with you. I fully agree with you. Okay, so Barbarian. You didn't like Barbarian? What's the matter with you?
I thought...
To scurry?
No.
Oh, please. You didn't find it scurry?
No. I mean, I did have a dream that night, but...
Okay, so you took it to bed with you?
Had nothing to do with the movie.
Okay, nothing at all.
No. I just didn't like...
You didn't like what?
The last... Without spoiling it, the last 30 minutes threw me off. And I was just like, it was like a throwaway. And I know, Shem, you watched the movie?
I watched Ready or Not.
Yeah, I didn't watch Barbarian.
And I was not ready to watch that piece of garbage.
Okay, stop.
So Roz recommended what, Ready or Not?
Which is a great movie. That was also the day I realized Shem has lousy taste of movies.
Okay.
So you bring up Ready or Not. Interesting. We got this text from someone who said she didn't. I tried to convince her to jump on the radio.
Yeah.
She didn't want to. She said, I watched a movie, Ready or Not, as recommended by Roz.
Yeah.
This is an hour and a half of my life I will never get back.
Amen.
I can describe it as staged in a dark setting, filmed in a mansion, and imploding bodies. The kind of movies my husband watches.
Yeah.
I never watch TV with him for this reason.
Okay.
But I took Roz's suggestion.
Yeah.
Now I know better. Sorry, Roz.
Okay. Wow. Anyway, so again, that's another person who has terrible taste in movies. Because it's nothing but fun. That movie is so much fun. It is so much fun. That's people who hate fun, right? Yeah, Shem hates fun. I've known that for years. That Shem hates fun.
That movie is just butt juice. It's terrible.
Oh, God.
Please.
Shem, first of all, don't ever say those two words together on the show again.
I don't even know what that means.
I had other
right? I don't even know what that means. I farted on the couch last night.
Wait, what?
And Catherine says to me, she goes, hey, don't push so hard. Catherine thinks farts just fall out of you, right? And they don't, right? And
well, sometimes they're right there. And then all you have to do is just like
assist. Catherine, okay, Catherine does not believe that you should assist the fart in any way.
But how you can get it out?
Thank you, right? So I push, and then she says, how did you know that you weren't just going to number 2 on the couch?
They're very different feelings.
She's like, how did you know that it was only a fart? And I said, I was pretty confident. And she said, that's not enough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm on Catherine's side with
Matthew
this.
was pretty confident in the New York Public Library and was wrong.
I think in situations like that, pretty confident is enough.
No, I think you need to be 100%.
Nobody is 100%.
Even if you are 99%,
Bro.
you should get up and go to the bathroom just in case.
Nobody who has ever forced a fart is 100%. And if you say you're 100%, you're a liar.
No,
Nobody has ever forced it is 100%. Nobody.
You know the feeling.
Nobody.
No, you absolutely know the feeling.
99
You
at
are taking
tops.
that was a security risk right there.
That was not a security risk. 99% at tops. Nobody is ever 100%. Okay? And if you say you're 100%, you're lying.
But what would have happened if you got to the point of no return? Right?
Right.
Because it's like
You squeeze it closed.
That's
Yeah.
That's
Shem, Shem, don't close your eyes. You were literally the one that started this whole thing. Yes, Deepa.
What?
You said butt juice. Yes, Deepa.
Can I share something? This is going to be TMI.
Oh, hold
But,
on. Turn the music down for this.
Please,
Go ahead.
if this is, hold on here. Is this a story about sharding?
It is.
Okay, good.
It is. It most definitely is.
Okay.
So I get the whole thing, like if it's forced, there's a chance. But what if it doesn't feel forced? And it felt like a natural one. So I can't believe I'm going to say this. But there was one time, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. I was a little sick, right? And I didn't realize how sick I was, but I had to fart. It felt natural, so I did. But
then stuff came out?
yes, in the car.
In the car.
With my mom.
With your mom.
Oh, no! Deepa! How far away were you from home?
We were maybe 5 minutes away from home, okay? And
you were leaving home, or were you on your way home?
I was on my way home.
Okay.
So I did it in the car, and I didn't know how to tell her because obviously it was really embarrassing.
But then it would start smelling.
Well, the thing is like when we parked in the garage, I had to tell her, I was like, Mom, when I get up, you might see stuff.
On the seat! On the seat, Deepa! Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
See? Not confident. Not confident.
Oh.
Not confident. Anybody else got one? Please, this is great. We can go all day. I can go all day. Listen, man, there's nothing I like more than a shouting story, okay?
No,
we can go all
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
They strap Millie Bobby Brown into one of those lie detector tests that don't mean a damn thing, but it's entertaining. This is for Vanity Fair, and I guess they do this with celebrities where they put them like on a lie detector test, and they don't even have to answer yes or no. It's entertainment.
Sure.
But it's entertaining. So here's Millie Bobby Brown answering a lot of questions about her friends and co-stars on Stranger Things.
Do you ever wish people would stop making 11 jokes?
Every day.
You're best friends with your co-star, Noah Schnapp. Would a best friend let someone have this haircut?
He put himself in that position.
Come on now.
Do you think the Duffer Brothers were out to get him?
Every day.
Do you think he looks good?
I love him. Yes, I do.
Oh, he's such a liar.
Liar.
Answer the question, please.
Yes, I do. I think, yes. Sorry, I'm sorry. I do. I think he looks great.
In this haircut?
I do. Yeah.
He's a liar.
That's a lie.
I knew it.
Your Stranger Things co-star, Maya Hawke, thought more characters should have died at the end of season 4. Do you agree?
I do, yeah.
Who do you think should have died?
Just tell the truth and you'll be fine.
I think that 11 should have died.
You're such a liar. No, you don't.
That's a lie.
I think that anyone other than 11 should have died.
No, you think Will.
We're getting closer to what she really thinks.
So what do you think, Millie?
Say it. Say it.
I think if Maya thinks that, maybe Robin.
Do you think Robin should have died?
If that's what she'd like for her character.
Do you think Eddie should have died?
Yes.
You're such a liar.
Liar.
You're lying.
Lies.
You exclaimed, "Kissing sucks," after your first kiss with Finn Wolfhard. Is Finn just a lousy kisser?
Oh my God.
He is.
She's telling the truth.
Come on now.
Come on. They designed that because they know
it's theater.
They know the answer she's gonna give.
Of course.
Just tell the truth.
Of course. You were almost there. Like, you can't tell that,
Yeah.
right? But yeah, no, the haircut stuff. Any opportunity, huh? Poor Will. Poor Noah Schnapp. Poor guy. His whole
bet
life.
he can't
His
wait.
whole life. Oh.
I bet he can't wait till season 5 is like out and over and done with.
I know. And then they're gonna be like, okay, no more bowl cut, and they're just gonna give him like a giant rat tail.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like that look that people had in the
I'm
80s. He's
sure-
gonna go from one awful haircut to another.
There is a movie or a television role out there for Noah Schnapp.
Yeah.
We're guaranteed at some point they are going to give him the bowl cut just because.
Yeah. I think that he's
Just to continue the joke.
Yes.
His life is
Yes.
ruined, by the way.
No, he's going to have it in his contract moving forward. It'll say right there, no bowl cut.
No, hell no.
There's
no way.
You think he's
No
going to turn
way.
down work?
No, they'll be like, and
thanks.
back into the upside down you go.
So long.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, everybody. What's going on?
You know. You all good? Yeah. You're frazzed today, huh?
Busy day.
Yeah.
But I'm getting ready, man.
For what?
I'm getting ready. Well,
Hold on. Sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, I thought it was. I don't know why. I just thought something flew in my mouth, but it was one of my own hairs. Go ahead.
Wow, you are shook. Then today is the day that you need more than anybody.
Why?
Roz.
Why?
Because today,
yes,
ladies and gentlemen, is November 11th,
right,
2022.
Gotcha.
Right? On the calendar,
yes,
11/11.
Right.
22.
Right.
11 plus 11 equals 22.
Right.
I didn't know that.
Mind blown. At 11:11 today, we're all supposed to make a wish. And guess what?
Right.
You have two opportunities, 11:11 a.m., 11:11 p.m. Mind blown.
Isn't that also when we're supposed to do a moment of silence?
Oh.
Well, no, I mean right at the top.
No,
of
at
the
11
hour.
a.m.
Is it 11 a.m.?
Yeah,
So you do a
yeah.
moment of silence at 11, and then we do a wish at 11:11?
Correct, yeah.
There's a lot going on today.
I think the AM one's more lucky because the PM one, if you do army time, is not 11.
No, army time. like army time.
Whatever that is, 16, 17,
like most places in the world, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Like 20 hours or whatever it is.
It's called a 24-hour clock.
Numerologists call numbers with repeating digits angel numbers. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, angel numbers.
Really, huh?
Yeah. Mind blown.
Do you make a wish every day at 11:11?
No.
Oh, just today, man.
No, but did you know Paris Hilton every day at 11:11
I
tweets 11:11 make a wish?
I know.
Oh, does she?
Every day.
Mind blown. Mind blown.
Mind blown.
I think that when I was in high school, it was always like a girl thing. They'd be like, oh, 11:11, make a wish.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be like, have like half with a burger in your mouth. Right? Like, come on, man. Let me just eat in peace.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to.
I wish to finish my burger
Thank
in peace.
you. Yes. I wish you would stop doing that.
So if you're
okay,
into,
so
into
run
all
it.
that stuff, today, angel numbers.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's the 11th month.
Yeah.
11th day. So
Gotcha.
11/11.
Yes.
So at 11:11, we're supposed to make
So it's
a wish.
11:11:22, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And today, extra special because 11 plus 11 equals 22.
Okay.
Absolutely take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're going to make a wish.
Yes. Do you know what you would wish? Like, do you have a wish that you would save for a day
Oh,
like today?
Absolutely.
You do, huh?
You don't?
Like, no, I know.
Why not?
No, I don't know. I don't wish for things.
Maybe that's your problem.
See, it didn't come true.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Mind blown.
I see you every day. My wish
I'm gonna
comes
wish
true
for
every day.
I'm going to wish for something right now.
Okay, go.
I'm going to wish for something right now. Okay, I'm wishing. No, I still hear.
Mind blown.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, Maury, what happened to your beard?
What do you mean?
You need a new barber.
Why? What's going on with his beard?
The fade on it looks off.
No, really?
Yeah.
That's a mean thing to say.
Is it though? Is it mean?
Okay.
I can't see his beard. Why can't I see your beard?
You want me to come in?
No, I don't want you to come in. Just stand up where you are.
Look.
Let me see.
Look on each side. Right? The fade is
Yeah.
off a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little off.
I mean, he only has like a month left and then he moves back home. So
What does that even mean?
I don't understand.
You say that like we know what you're talking about.
Henri, my beard guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like moving back home.
Where's
So
home?
What does that mean?
He's moving back to Vietnam forever. So I mean, like,
okay. So listen,
I have to find a new person anyway.
You have to understand, okay? We, even like people in the room here, know nothing about this guy, and yet you're speaking of him as if we all know that Henri is from Vietnam and he's moving. Like you just say it like it's a thing, like we all know, like we're all up to date.
Weren't you there when
on
he
your
told
beard
me?
guy? No, stop it.
I thought Henri was French.
Yeah.
Well, the owner of the salon is French, so he says Henri. So everybody says Henri.
Wait, so what's the guy's name? Is it Henry?
Henry.
Oh.
So how come when we asked you before, when we talked about him before, and we said, "Oh, you mean Henry?" You were like, "No, it's Henri."
Well, that's because we all call him Henri.
But you didn't say that. Oh my god.
But is a Vietnamese guy named Henri?
My aunt's name is Marcia, but everyone says Marcia.
That's okay, but he's a Vietnamese guy.
Yes.
Named Henri.
Yes.
Never.
No, his
is he
name
French?
Henry.
No, his name's Henry.
But is he even French? No.
No.
Okay.
No, he doesn't speak a lick of French.
So wait, some white guy looked at him and went, "You're not Henry, you're Henri."
Because I guess the French people say Henry is Henri.
Okay, I would not stand for that. But anyway, okay. So anyway, So you've decided, because Matthew doesn't like it when your beard sides get poofy, right? So
Right,
you
so
decided to do some sort of fade.
A very
right?
smart man told me to do a fade.
Right, which was me.
Yes.
Okay, so turn sideways now. Let me see this. Okay,
But just because-
that's the back of your head, dingbat. Turn sideways.
But just because
profile.
he's moving away, did
There
you
you
do
go.
this as a joke? Like, haha, you'll never see me again?
No, he takes great passion in his
Yeah,
work.
no. Okay, so what he did is he went a little too. It's not a fade; it's a step. He did a step instead of a fade.
Yeah.
It's very, very short where you can see the skin. Like it looks like you have like a very
So he went
extended.
short, long.
Yes.
Yeah, like, if he wanted to achieve the
yes,
fade, he
yeah.
should have used other
Yeah.
other guards
Like you
on the blade.
Yeah.
There's a way to. I know exactly what it is.
Then why aren't
he was,
you doing
He
this
was
for me?
trying to do. I'm fully booked. I know exactly what it is he's trying to do, but
Yeah.
he missed a couple of steps
Yeah,
and
yeah.
gave you an actual step.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
in January, we'll have a new person.
Yeah. Who's coming in now?
Why won't you go find someone else between now and January? You don't walk around looking like that.
Well, no, my next 2 appointments I've booked already with Henri.
Okay, and then
And then I'll switch
I don't
to
know, man.
Shem, go ahead.
I got a black barber for you, Maury.
Yes, that's what you need. You need a black barber.
Yeah, come with me, man. I'll get you all
If
shaped
I,
up.
if I were what?
Yes.
What?
If you want to go, if you want to get a proper
Why-
fade.
Hold on, why are you scared? Maury?
Yeah. What's the matter?
I don't know, will I fit in?
No, you know what I think Maury's afraid of is Maury's afraid that he would go because listen, if you're white, right? The idea of being a black barber, it's not about it's the intimidation, okay, isn't about going to a black barber and sort of like being in that environment or wondering if they're going to do a good job. Of course they know. If you want to fade, you go to the people who make it their business to fade.
Amen.
But what we know as white people about going to a black barber is you have to participate. And I don't know if I would have enough to say sitting in a chair inside a black barber. I don't know if I could participate, and that is very
I
intimidating.
got you, man. Listen. Simple, couple steps.
Yes.
All right. Know your MBA.
Okay. Oh,
Very
yes.
important.
Okay. I'm good. I'm good so
Very,
far. I'm good
Very
so far.
important. Know your MBA. And if you know a little bit about what Black Twitter is talking about that day, you're good.
Maybe I could just stay quiet.
Okay.
No.
No, you have to participate.
But again, here's the thing is that I could be up to date on what Black Twitter is happening, right? But I feel that in that situation, I have to wait for somebody to bring it up. Like I can't walk into the black barber and go, "Y'all see what's happening on Black Twitter today?"
Yep.
Right? I can't do that.
can't.
I have to be reactive to everything. So I have to have this vast knowledge of what's going on, but I can't be the one that brings anything
catering
up.
to them. Maybe you could maybe I could go in and say, "Did you see the latest episode of The White Lotus?" And we can have and I could teach them something.
The White Lotus, huh?
Maury, you're
Of
gonna
all TV shows.
Maury, you as a white man are gonna walk into a black-owned business and say, "Hey, let me teach you something."
No, but like we all bring something to the table.
That's not how it works,
you
man.
gonna learn,
you
buddy.
already brought it. They brought everything to the table, and you took it all away. They remember. Okay.
How about we just stick with Henri for 2 more sessions?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
You know me, I don't remember my dreams, right, at all.
You don't remember anything.
Yeah, thank you. And so I was lying in bed the other night, and I woke up because I felt Catherine's hand like on my chest. And she had one hand like on my chest, and then the other one was sort of like rubbing my head, and it was really sweet.
No.
And I woke up like that, and I was facing her, and she just was like gently touching my chest, and she had one hand on top of my head. And my eyes shot open, and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "What's going on?" And she goes, "You were having a dream, like a nightmare, like you were fighting."
Oh my God.
Like she's like, "You were like kicking and stuff like this."
What?
She's like, "So I just tried to calm you down."
Oh, that's so sweet.
And I wound up waking up. She woke me up out of the dream.
Yeah.
And then I looked at her and I was like, "But what if I was winning?"
And the fight hadn't ended yet.
Right?
Why was her
What
reaction
why?
not to
What if I was winning? And then you show up. You show up and it's like my mom showing up, pulling me out of a fight I was winning.
Come on, let's go.
Come on, boys. Stop.
We'll talk about this at home.
Yeah. And I got pissed off.
Oh,
Because
come on.
I woke up. I have no idea what I was dreaming about, right? No idea. I wake
But-
up clean
But
every
on the
single time I wake up.
complete flip side, what if you were losing? You were struggling, right? That's why your legs were moving all over the place.
No, like what if I would? But what if I wasn't?
And what a sweet fiance
But
to
what-
like do her thing to like try to calm you down.
I know that. Listen, okay.
What kind of fighting do you think it was?
I don't know. She
Kung
says I
fu,
was like
obviously.
kicking and punching, and I'm like, I sound like I was whooping some ass
or losing.
No,
Or was maybe it was a fun fight?
No, a fun fight. What is that? What's
Like,
a
I
fun
don't know, like
fight?
tickles and
More.
stuff.
Listen, man, whatever you and your other grown-up friends do, I like. Okay,
Hey, maybe you're having
I'm
a fun
I'm
dream.
not play fighting.
Yeah,
okay,
no.
At my age, I'm not play fighting. I was whooping ass, and she walked in and pulled me out of a fight that I was winning. So I was pissed off.
She should have filmed this so we could have all watched.
Couldn't go back to sleep.
Oh, you couldn't?
Nope. Woke up.
And did you just get out
Went
of the bed?
upstairs. 3:30 a.m.
Oh no.
Yep.
And what did she say? Or she fell back asleep?
She fell right back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. She fell right back to
I
sleep.
don't want to be sleeping next to a grump like you.
Right? Oh, really?
Damn.
Well,
Jeez, man.
after she just like did the sweetest, nicest thing.
Is that though? Is
Yes.
it nice?
To try to calm you. She has no idea what's going on in that
No,
messed up brain
she
of yours.
doesn't. No.
Right?
I don't think she was trying
No.
to calm. I think she was
She's
trying to wake
never-
him so that he would stop making noise so
was,
she
like,
could
rubbing
sleep
his
peacefully.
head. She was being very, very nice, very
Yeah.
gentle with you.
Yeah.
I think it's a nice thing.
Yeah,
It was
you
very
do,
sweet.
huh?
Yeah.
But aren't you not supposed to wake somebody up out of a dream? Isn't that the rule?
But she
I don't
wasn't
know the
she
rules
wasn't
for
like
dreams.
shaking you, like
No,
get up,
she
get up,
wasn't.
get up.
No, she wasn't. She was just trying
doing
to
it
calm me down.
beautiful.
Right?
I think it's beautiful.
Better than what
Right.
Matthew does
I
by
can
having
see
a night.
why you marrying that girl.
But you know what it's like though, right? Like even in life, right? When you're fired up,
Oh, yeah.
sometimes you don't want somebody to say calm down. Sometimes that makes it worse.
Bro, you need to calm down.
No, she shut up right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Sylvester Stallone, new show on Paramount Plus will debut Sunday night. It's called Tulsa King. And I have one problem with this show.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to read to you the synopsis, and you tell me what my problem is with this show.
Okay. Let's try.
New York Mafia capo Dwight the General Manfredi is released from prison after 25 years and exiled by his boss to set up shop in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Realizing that his mob family may not have his best interests in mind, Dwight slowly builds a crew.
Okay.
What's my problem, ladies and gentlemen?
I know.
What is it, Shem?
Mob named Dwight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because all I think about is Dwight from The Office.
Yeah, I know.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Dwight's tough and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you gonna be gangster with the name Dwight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, listen, when you're sitting in front of Sylvester Stallone, big dude, pretty intimidating.
Yes.
Deepa sat down with Sylvester Stallone, big dude, very intimidating. Deepa said she was legit scared and nervous to talk to the great Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone, a.k.a. Gangster Dwight.
I have to start this interview off by revealing something to you.
Okay.
Don't take this the wrong way. I'm really scared of you. Like,
Really?
my heart rate when I was outside and I heard your voice increased.
Mhm.
I'm surprised that you can't hear it now. But I have a hard time differentiating you from your character. So I just me seeing you here today is like facing a fear for me.
It's understandable.
It is.
Having killed 5,000 people, it's like, oh, yeah, maybe that. But I'm unarmed today, so you're
Are
okay.
you sure?
Even
Positive.
that gravelly voice.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
And I can't believe after like the kind of career that Stallone has had and the amount of movies he's had, he's never done like a television show. This is his first TV show. Tulsa King, Sunday night premiere on Paramount Plus, now in Canada.
You've had such an extensive list of amazing movies, and this is your first big TV series.
Right.
So, what about it was that made you say hey, I want to do this, and yes to Tulsa King in specific?
Well, I just think that films, as I've come to know, have changed drastically, especially during COVID. People are so used to now staying home, and the production value has gone up on all these streaming shows that I thought, I want to get in on this because it's very hard to do just a dramatic feature today. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of production money. I'm P&R and just going out and pushing it. And I just thought, that's why when I tested it with Samaritan and it worked out so well, I said, this is great. I want to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Plus, you get a chance to just work on the character. I mean, you really get to know him. that you can't do in features.
Yeah, like 90 minutes versus like so many episodes.
10 hours, yeah.
So did that feel special to you that you got to spend so much time with this character? And do you feel like you kind of left with a bit of him and you?
You do, because also in streaming and working in TV, you never get back to your motorhome.
Yeah.
It's so fast and long, and I have great empathy for people that have done this for many, many seasons. It's hard.
By this point of your interview, Deepa, with Sylvester Stallone, who you were scared of at first, were you a little bit more comfortable, or are you still like nervous as hell?
I was a little bit better.
Oh, okay.
I was a little bit better. After we broke the ice, I was like, okay, it's a normal dude. I could talk to him.
So not only is this Sylvester Stallone's first TV show, but like he's like going all in on television, right? So he's got Tulsa King, but then earlier this week we found out, or last week I guess it was, we found out that he and his family are doing like a reality show.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right? So Deepa's asking Stallone about that.
Something else when you talk about longevity is, you know, you're playing a mafioso in this, but now you're going to also have a reality TV series coming out. Like, walk me through that. Like, why was that so appealing to you? And for anybody that was like, Sly, why are you doing this?
Well, everyone did. People are going, have you lost your mind? I said, no, just because the fact that it's so shocking to you and people go, why? That's all the reason to do it, because we're trying to break new ground. Also, I wanted to have the ultimate home movies with my family. I mean, this is like a very expensive home movie. And you get to see that we don't live in some magical fantasy land where people are just, you know, brushing your teeth for you and driving you around in your 30-foot limo. We have the same issues. The cat's still missing the cat box. All, you know, it's just the same nonsense that everyone has to go through every morning, burning yourself on the coffee. You're like, oh, God damn it. And they get to just to see that you are human beings, and the interaction that my daughters, you know, they're tougher than Rambo. It's like Rambo goes, all right, no, that kind of thing. You see the whole role reversal. Yeah. And I think that makes for good TV. I just do, as opposed to it being stigmatized like, well, he must really be on his way out if he's doing this. Just the opposite.
And I feel like it's going to give fans a different way of connecting with you and be like, Sly and me, like, we're more similar than we are different, right? And
that's right. Exactly.
There you go. Sylvester Stallone talking to Deepa. His new show is called Tulsa King. Paramount Plus is in Canada right now.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to play you this. When was this? It was from the other night. I totally missed it. It was from Stephen Colbert. It was when Chris Evans was announced as what was he announced?
People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive.
Thank you. People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. And the conversation over the years, and a bunch of different stars have done this, right? Where they sort of like refuse to relinquish the title because when you become the sexiest man alive, right? Like what makes you not the sexiest man alive the following year? I think
it hurts.
It hurts, right?
How did it feel for you?
Well, no, but because I made a joke about that in my book when I talked about the Hello magazine, Canada's Most Beautiful People. I was like, I made the list in 2013 and haven't made the list since. I'm like, well, what the hell happened in 2014?
I think you get
to
sexier with age.
I don't know what happened to me in 2014.
Ugly, that's right.
Yeah, right? Ugly happened. I don't know what happened.
In 2014.
Yeah, I had a rough 2014, man.
That's when it started.
Right? I don't know what the hell
Hello Magazine knows.
They know, right? Anyway, so
off the list.
But off the list permanently. Like, have not made it since, right?
I think in your defense, they just stopped doing it.
I don't know what the hell happened to me in 2014.
Ugly.
Ugly. Thank you.
So Chris Evans.
People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. And so on Colbert, they had The Rock show up and do this thing because The Rock at one point had been People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive. And so this is how that all played out.
Hey, there he is, buddy. The sexiest man alive. Look at you, man. You look good.
Thanks. Means a lot. Means a lot coming from the former sexiest man alive.
What do you mean?
Well, I just mean, thanks for the support.
Of course, yeah.
As a former sexiest man alive, it just means a lot.
I never give the title up.
Weren't you sexiest man alive in 2016?
I'm sexiest man alive in perpetuity, which means for life.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I thought I was just named.
Let me ask you a question, brother.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Am I alive?
Yeah.
I'm still alive. Am I still sexy?
Clearly.
You bet your sexy mouth I am.
We're going to share it.
We're sharing it. All right. Are you ready?
I'll take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the sexiest man alive. And Chris Evans.
And Chris
I think the two of them are doing a movie together.
Are they? What are they doing?
They're right now. They're filming a Christmas movie called Red One.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
for Netflix.
Yeah,
which will be out next
and
year.
I don't know, but he looks like he's in like some sort of superhero outfit, right?
He is. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to that though. Chris Evans and The Rock doing a Christmas movie, please.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh man, we got to play this Conan O'Brien clip. It is hilarious.
Yeah, it's really great because Conan's interviews especially his interviews with Howard Stern are really great. Yeah. Because Conan was like, he had so much going on before he even did his Conan O'Brien show. Like Conan O'Brien was one of the great writers on The Simpsons for years.
Yeah.
And he always has these incredible stories of like writing these, awesome skits and like all of this stuff. But he was talking to Howard about his writers and what happens to them when they leave and other jobs that they've gone on to do. And he had this weird story where his life was somehow tied into the life of The Rock.
Now, some people leave the show to go work on, like, I'll go work on an 11:30 show. I'll go work for Letterman, or it didn't happen much, but every now and then, or they've got some amazing opportunity to run a sitcom out in L.A. He left our show to go work for the World Wrestling Federation. and one of my proudest moments, this is one of my proudest moments in comedy, is I used to screw around with the writers a lot, and I would put on the attitude of this, I kind of like this over larger than life blow. I'd come into the room and I'd be like, quiet down, you idiots, and I would go on these long rants. And I used to, one of my put downs that I came up with, it was so stupid, but I liked it, was I told, if a writer was going on or said something I didn't like, I'd say, why don't you go have a nice tall glass of shut up juice, all right? And do yourself a favor.
I love it.
And it was such a stupid put down, but Tommy liked it. And then Tommy said, watch the match this weekend. And it was The Rock.
Well, The Rock says this: you should be concerned with fixing yourself a nice tall glass of shut up juice.
And the crowd went crazy. Then the next week, Tommy said, check this out. So I turned in that match. People were holding up signs that say, drink some shut up juice. And Tommy was like apologizing. I know I borrowed it from you. What are you talking about? Dwayne The Rock Johnson just said it. Vince McMahon gave you a high five. I was in heaven.
Isn't that crazy? That just like as a goof, like goofing around with comedy writers, Conan O'Brien in a room just telling somebody to have a big tall glass of shut up juice becomes something The Rock says and people make signs about.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Incredible moment for Conan, right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So that's it. After 17 seasons on Dancing with the Stars, during the semifinal episode on Disney Plus last night.
I didn't even know this show was still on
Disney Plus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Len Goodman, one of the judges and fan favorites, announced his retirement.
We are all getting excited and looking forward so much to the finale next week. It will also be with a touch of sadness, as this will be my last season judging on Dancing with the Stars. I've been with the show since it started in 2005, and it has been a huge pleasure to be a part of such a wonderful show. But I've decided I'd like to spend more time with my grandchildren and family back in Britain.
Isn't that nice? That man deserves everything.
Yeah. That's God. How old is he?
78.
78.
Yeah. Now he wants to spend time with his family.
I know. That's going to be me.
Work until you're 78.
Oh, now it's time. No, man. I'm gonna be...
They've all moved away.
But good for him, man. There were tears on the episode
Two
last
seasons
night.
ago, though, he was off because of COVID. He had to do it remotely.
Yeah,
this is
Well,
kind
yeah,
of-
you got to protect that guy.
Yeah, man. You
At
can
that
wrap
age?
him up, put him in a helmet, like a space helmet. 78 when you're working at 78, right? There's two, if you choose to work like Len was doing at 78, you look at that guy and you're like, oh man, that's so great. Look at him. Look at all that life he's got in him, everything else. But if you're 78 and working because you have to work.
Oh,
I mean,
know.
guys,
right?
Pat
Yeah.
Sajak is still working, and he's 76.
Is he?
Yeah.
God, Pat Sajak doesn't look 76.
Mm-mm.
Pat Sajak's 2 years younger than Len Goodman?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's still spinning
Like
that
Len
wheel.
Goodman looks 78.
Yes, he does.
Pat
Yeah.
Sajak, I would have, like, if you showed me a picture of Pat Sajak, I'd be like, yo, that guy's like in his 60s or
No,
something.
yeah, like Len Goodman looks like when he's not doing dancing, like he's a professor at Hogwarts, right? Like he looks 78, right?
Yeah. Pay attention, Harry. Right? Run.
Yeah. But no, man. But working when you choose to work at 78, God, that's incredible. I don't know if there's. I've yet to find something in my life that I think that I would want to do until I'm
But
78.
you know what, though? I think that for
Catherine?
most people who work like well into like past retirement,
Yeah.
it's like the only thing that they've ever known for majority of their life. And it's a way to keep busy. Because once you give it all up and you're just sitting there, what do? You
I mean,
need to
for
fill.
men-
You
I don't
need to fill
know.
that time. Like I look at my dad.
know.
My dad's in his 70s, right?
Yeah.
Accountant, brilliant, genius,
Does he still do it?
and he still does it.
Still,
He still visits clients. He still goes to the office.
Yeah.
Like he's still doing
Still
everything.
going to the office,
Yeah,
huh?
and I'm like,
Really?
Dad, like enjoy your life. Like it's time to retire, please.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's not into
He won't
it.
because he likes to
No.
be busy. Right. And I can't tell the man like stop working.
No.
I mean, with Len, it wasn't that difficult. I mean, he only did this for once, like the season, and then he's
know,
off for
but
several
those,
months.
but those are long days, though, man. Shooting a television show is long. It's a long day. Like
But
you're
even outside of
12, you're
that-
12 hours at 76 sitting on that set under those lights, and I know you're pampered, and they got a great dressing room for him, and he can have a nap and everything else.
Sure.
But long days are
I
long
mean, he gets
days.
to sit. Pat Sajak has to stand.
Well, listen, Pat, if you think that Pat
What are you
has a-
like on the Pat Sajak
I-
fan
I
club
know,
or something?
I know.
President?
Guys, also Pat. Okay,
You're
guys.
like so ride or die for
I
Pat
know we're sitting here
Sajak.
trying to have a
Dude has
moment
to
with like Len
stand.
Goodman. Guys, Pat though. Pat. Guys.
Whoa, why do you hate Len Goodman
Yeah,
so much?
I know.
I'm not
just-
trying to
it's not that
celebrate
hard.
this
You're
man.
sitting, you hold the
you're
number up.
You're nitpicking between which 76-year-old sits or stands at their job on television over a 78-year-old.
Yeah, making millions.
Like, guys, if you think Len Goodman, Pat Sajak, guys, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So as we're winding down the year, all the year-end lists are starting to populate, right? And another one of these, hey, the most popular passwords to crack, the easiest passwords to crack list is out. And it's like all the same, like the same passwords.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, make the list every single year. And people still have not yet decided to change. No matter how many times, year after year, we could say, these are the easiest passwords to crack. It takes like a second to crack these passwords, yet X amount of people are still using them.
And yet it's 2022, and I have still not received a call from my bank asking me to change my PIN number, which shockingly is only 4 numbers, no letters. Probably my most important
No
password
one ever
that
gets
I
a
have.
call to tell them to change that.
That's what I'm saying, Maury. It is my most important password in my life, and it's 4 numbers.
You should call someone then.
Wait, your bank password's more important than your email password?
Yes.
Why would you hide your emails more? So the top 10 passwords, according to NordPass, I have here. This is worldwide. And then I actually have a Canadian list too that we'll go through. But it's all like the typical. Number 1 is password. Number 2 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number 4 is guest, like GUEST. Right. Number 5 is QWERTY.
What's QWERTY mean?
QWERTY. Look at the top row on your keyboard.
Oh, wow, look at that.
But you can't even do that. Where allows you to just do that? Like, you have to do a number and a symbol and a
most
capital.
places now
and,
you need to mix and match, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to Canada, the number one password that people in this country use is not password.
Oh.
It's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, really?
I thought it'd be like Maple.
But where are you putting that in? Like, where is that your password? I guess for like, you know,
Maybe
what?
work.
No, I don't even think that that's what it is.
When you log into your work
to be
computer?
honest with you, I think that these passwords, like when you see password in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
yeah,
it's people's like Wayfair account.
Oh,
It's
Amazon.
No, but I wouldn't say Amazon because Amazon has your credit card attached to it.
Mm.
But it's all the shopping websites
Sure.
that they don't save your credit card information, but you still have to log in to buy something because maybe they save
Okay,
your
sure.
address.
Yeah.
Right? Like that I understand that because those are a huge pain in the ass. I made the mistake one time of hitting that thing where it says, would you want to use our recommended password?
Oh,
no.
God.
Oh.
And it's like 18 letters, but it's mixed with like symbols. And like, yeah, no
Hell,
thanks.
I wanted to buy a tea towel. Right? I'm like, I do not need this kind of security for a tea towel purchase.
Does anyone use their face now to unlock things?
No, hell
Oh, yeah, I
no.
use Face ID for
You
everything.
do?
Yeah.
I've never
Man,
once.
I shouldn't say that.
No,
Someone bonk me on the head, just use my phone to take everything. But let's go through a couple more. These are the passwords that are easy to crack and what people are using in Canada. So we said number 1 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number 2 is password. Number 3 is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, gotcha.
Number 4 is the numbers 1 through 9. Number 5 is guest.
Yeah.
Number 6 is QWERTY.
Yeah.
QWERTY. Further down the list.
And also, okay, like
welcome, by the way,
Yeah.
is at number 11. Number 12 is the word hockey.
Okay, so guest and welcome, right?
Yeah.
That's simply because the amount of businesses, coffee shops, lounges, hotels where they're like, here's the Wi-Fi password. It's guest or it's welcome.
Yeah.
Right? That's like those are businesses. That's not somebody's, credit card information being protected with a password guest.
On the list of the most common passwords in Canada, according to NordPass for the year 2022, in at number 20.
Yeah.
In all lowercase.
Yeah.
I love you.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Matthew would
Shadow?
never get into your computer. Boy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Can we please have a big, big, big round of applause for our guy, Post Malone, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Post Malone, one of my favorite people in the entire world. This guy just comes across as like a really nice guy, and he makes like just bangers every single time. This guy has not had a miss whatsoever. And my absolute favorite Post Malone song, Sunflower from 2018, from the Spider-Verse movie, has just broken all sorts of records. Hit 17 times platinum and is now officially the most certified recording in history.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. And TMZ caught up with Post Malone yesterday after the announcement was made and asked him, like, straight up, when you woke up this morning and you saw that news, you get the notification, what went through your mind?
I think that's pretty damn cool. And I wanted to say thank you to Sway Lee. Sway Lee did a lot of the writing and the heavy lifting on that song, and he's one of the most talented artists and most beautiful men in the world. And I'm so honored to be able to have done a song with him. And we got some more on the way, some special stuff. And what a beautiful guy. And I'm so honored and so happy. And 17 times platinum is insane. And I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's listening, and thank you for everything.
Is it your favorite song of yours?
I'm not sure. I think they all, well, yeah, I'd say so. You know what? Probably one of them. It's so cool to see it impact so many people in so many different ways. And whenever you're happy, it makes you a little happier. Whenever you're sad, it kind of brings you out of that mood. It's just I think it's a magical song, and I'm super honored that it's one of the biggest songs of all time, if not the.
It is right now.
That's crazy, but yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So big congratulations going out to our
What
guy,
are those
Post
stats
Malone.
again? Say the stats again.
17 times platinum.
Jesus.
So over 17 million like streams, sold, everything.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So,
Plus, in a store yesterday, I saw a Post Malone Christmas ornament. This guy.
Yeah, see?
there you go. That's why. Christmas ornament, 17 times platinum. Big congrats to Post Malone.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Peta, welcome to Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life. What's going on in your life that needs fixing?
Okay, so I've been seeing a guy who doesn't want anything more serious, and I don't know what to do.
You've been seeing a guy that doesn't want anything more serious, and you don't know what to do. How long have you been seeing this guy?
Okay, well, it is long distance. He lives in New Jersey.
Okay, you wrote us this. Hey, Roz.
That wasn't the question,
Fix
though.
My Life. Okay, you say, I've been in a situationship with a guy in New Jersey. It's been 2 years now.
2 years.
I even hang out with his family every time I go, and I've met all his friends. I just don't get why he doesn't want something more serious. Why do you think?
Well, there is an age gap. He is younger than me. I think maybe that's something.
How old are you? How old is he?
I'm 30. He's 24.
Okay. Wow. So have you had the conversation about being in a committed, serious relationship?
So the second time when I flew out to Jersey, I brought it up, and at the time he was like, I just don't really want anything serious right now. I like the way things are going. Let's just go with the flow.
Okay, and how long ago was that?
Oh, that was like last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, and how many times have you been flying out to see him?
So I've seen him 5 times. Like I've flown out there, and he actually just left this weekend for the first time he came here.
Oh, interesting.
So you're wondering why a guy you started dating when he was 22 and lives in a different country altogether doesn't want a serious relationship?
Yeah, pretty much. Now it sounds really simple from you.
Are you really
How are we
wondering?
going to solve this mystery?
Peta, come on now. How'd you guys meet? On an app?
Instagram. He just started talking to me during COVID, and then we just.
What picture did it for him?
Honestly, it wasn't a picture. He just kind of slid into my DMs and was like, "He's
Based
got a really
on
nice-"
what? Based on what?
Based on I don't know. He thought I was honestly
Okay,
fake.
hold
He
on.
thought I
We'll
was-
investigate.
Hold
I'm
on.
going to bleep out your name, but what's your IG?
It's.
Okay.
Hold on now. Do you have pictures of him on your Instagram?
No.
Why not?
No, that's weird.
That's your
if we go
boyfriend.
out
But that's
to
your
dinner-
boyfriend. That's your boyfriend. You've been dating a guy for 2 years. You don't have pictures of him on your IG?
Well, we're not official. Like we haven't said, "Hey, we're boyfriend and girlfriend."
But you're asking us why your boyfriend doesn't want to commit to you that you've been with for 2 years, and you don't have no pictures of him on your IG.
Yeah, but we're not officially like boyfriend and girlfriend. We're just in a situationship. Like
There's no such thing as a situationship.
Does he post about you on his IG?
no, he's not like a Instagram person. He's more has it to just creep people's.
Oh my God, Peta. Okay, first of all, Peta, so I'm not going to say what the photo is, but February 10th of 2019, this is the photo that he probably reached out about. Look at this one, Roz.
The black dress.
Black dress.
Black dress.
Yeah. Okay, so hold on. So you are coming to us.
Yeah.
And you're asking why your 24-year-old boyfriend that you started dating when he was 22, that lives in a different country altogether, doesn't want a more serious relationship with you, and you don't post any pictures of him on your IG, and you met him because he slid into your DMs on IG. You're not serious with this guy either.
I want to be, but I'm not going to post
what
anything until he
changes?
says like,
So are you
okay,
are you
like,
seeing
let's-
are you seeing other people right now?
No, right now, no.
Okay.
Is he?
Not that I'm. No.
Okay,
I
so
don't
if
think-
you're not seeing other people right now, what how do you need this to be more serious?
I don't know. I just feel like every time he leaves or I leave, like I'm just kind of like left like with, okay, so now what?
Okay, but you need to have a conversation with him. If he is not receptive to like being in a relationship, then this guy is not for you.
But I don't think that you're right for him either. Like if you're 2 years into a relationship and you shuddered when we brought up the fact that you don't have one single picture of him on your IG.
I don't know. I'm not really big on posting my significant other, regardless.
But why? Why though? Why?
I don't know. Evil eyes. Like I don't know. I'm weird like that.
Has your family met this guy? Like, did they meet him this past weekend?
No, they weren't here.
Okay, friends?
No, it was his first time coming to Canada. I just wanted to take him around. I don't want him to.
Do your friends and family know about him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think that you want to be just as serious as this guy does, which is not.
Oh, I do want to be serious. It's just I don't know how to bring it up.
But what
Like,
is
how do you
serious?
put this
What is that to you? What's the next level?
We're committed to each other. Like you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend.
Okay, but what does that look like?
It looks like seeing each other more often. Like I only see him every other month.
So why
It's
don't you
not
bring that up
hard.
with him? Why don't you say, listen, I'm really, really into you, into this relationship. I want to be your girlfriend. I want you to be my boyfriend, and I would like for us to see each other a lot more.
So this trip that he did come here, I did bring that up.
And what did
I
he
was
say?
like- He was like, fair. That sounds good. He's like, it's not that hard for me to come here either, so we can definitely see each other more. Like this trip really made me feel like, yeah, he's obviously interested.
I'm getting a sense that like you guys are just so whack in what you think a relationship is. Like you have all these rules for you and yourself, and he's got all this stuff, and he's 24 and lives in New Jersey, and you live in Toronto, and like all this stuff, and you don't know what next level is. Like next level is what? Just simply saying we're committed?
To be honest, the next level, like I wanted to bring up was to see him more often in the sense of not just a weekend, because it's a fantasy when we see each other. This isn't real life. Like, you know, like going to restaurants and sightseeing. Like,
So you want him to move here?
no, like I want to like take maybe like 2 weeks off or 3 weeks off and just stay with him to see how life would be like a day to day. Because like I've never seen him upset. I've never seen, you know what I mean? We've never really had our highs and lows. Like I don't know if I would even like him if I was with him that long. Maybe it's just the
You
weekend.
should
like,
know that though.
I should, but we don't talk as much during the week as we should be.
What do your friends say when you talk to them about this?
Same thing you guys are saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Girl.
It's not.
Girl.
It's not happening. Okay. And also, don't be surprised when a 24-year-old doesn't want to commit. He's 24.
Yeah, he is very
He
good.
shouldn't want to commit. Now, are you DMing all the time, or are you talking on the phone?
We just text with each other.
Stop. Every time you need to communicate, pick up the phone. Your life through texting is not the life that you guys have when you're together. That's why it feels weird, because you're like, oh my God, over text, we're like super loving and we're open and we have all these great conversations. And then when we're face to face, it feels nothing like that. Stop texting.
Yeah, for sure. That's something we should definitely start doing.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's how you know.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
Bras and mochas fix my life.
On Kiss.
Daniel Radcliffe in the Weird Al movie.
Bro, have you seen it yet?
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
So good.
But it's like parody, right?
Yeah, well, it is the biopic version of a Weird Al song, right?
So it's all parody.
All, yes.
Exaggerated.
Yes.
So Daniel Radcliffe was asked whether or not, like, who he would choose to play him in a biopic, right?
Yeah, right.
And then his answer was Elijah Wood.
Because they actually
Frodo.
look very similar, right?
I never made that comparison. I just thought people kind of confused them because both of their franchises were hot at the exact same time, Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter.
Right.
But when I look at them side by side, I'm like, I don't really get it.
Yeah.
So then paparazzi caught up with Elijah Wood at LAX to ask him about the resemblance and whether or not he would play Daniel Radcliffe.
Hey, did you see Daniel Radcliffe said he would want you to play him in like a biopic?
Amazing.
Would you be down to do something like that?
The old switcheroo? Sure.
The old switcheroo?
Dan's the best.
He thinks that, you guys look kind of similar.
We do get that a lot.
Do you often get mistaken for Daniel Radcliffe?
I have had that many, many times.
Have you played into it?
No, I've never signed anything as him.
But have you like shaken hands and said, I'm a wizard, or you know what I mean?
No.
No? You'd be down if it came about?
Sure. I would just love to work with him. He's a lovely human being.
Hey, that'd be awesome, man. Hey, thank you so much,
Yeah,
Elijah.
take care.
Cheers, man. Bye.
Am I the only one?
Man. These paparazzi.
He talked more than Elijah Wood did.
That's what they do.
Am I the only one that doesn't see the resemblance?
No, you don't.
Between
at all?
Elijah
There
Wood
is
and
none. They
Daniel
say similar
Radcliffe?
stature. They're brown hair. They're short.
Yeah, they're very little. Like
Yeah.
Elijah Wood. I saw Elijah Wood like a few years ago. I was at a thing where Elijah Wood was, and I was shocked because his you see a lot of famous people who are much smaller than what you'd think. But Elijah Wood, like his proportions were tiny. Like his skull was small. Like he looked like a miniature.
Man, I hope that guy's not listening right now.
But listen, okay. I don't mean it. No offense.
I don't think I've ever heard someone describe somebody else as having a small skull.
Like everything was like his purport.
Like I understand if you say, yeah, this person's kind of short, or like they're not that swole.
No, like
but,
his
say-
head was even small.
To say that somebody has a small skull.
Yes. Like
I don't know why I find that so funny.
no, it's like, but everything on him was really tiny. I don't mean anything by it, right? He's a lovely
eyes are
guy.
watering, guy.
I had a great time with him, but he's,
Like the small heads and Beetlejuice?
Yes, but he's just like everything was narrow and he had a small
skull.
He had a small head, okay, like a tiny little skull. But yeah, no. Anyway, that's cool.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, didn't I say that Pete Davidson should date Emily Ratajkowski?
I don't know.
Remember?
Did you?
Remember because Emily Ratajkowski got cheated on, and everybody was like, "Who in the hell cheats on Emily Ratajkowski?" For God's sakes! And it was right around the same time that Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian were breaking up, and everybody was like, "Come on, man, you know this is going to happen." Did you see this picture?
No.
Catherine sent this to me last night. It's hysterical. I don't know who posted it, but it's a picture of it's like a black and white shot, and it's a shot of like Pete Davidson wearing like an old timey sort of suit, just sitting on a couch smiling next to Marilyn Monroe, and it just simply reads Pete Davidson within a week after he arrives in heaven.
Slay, King. Oh man! Wait, so are Pete Davidson and Emily Ratajkowski dating now?
I guess that's the rumor.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
He's going to end up eventually with everyone.
Because you remember, like, because Emily Ratajkowski, like, people went in on that guy. Like, I don't even know who that husband was. I think he was famous though, wasn't he, or like somewhat famous?
I don't know. Maybe.
But he cheated.
He wasn't like an actor.
But he cheated on her, and everybody was like, God, who in the hell cheats on Emily Ratajkowski? For God's sake. And yeah, so I guess the story is that
How long have Pete Davidson and Emily been dating for?
So she's still she's still in the process of getting divorced.
Yeah.
And I don't think long. Like, I don't think they've been together long.
Like, is it official?
Hold on.
Like, are they hanging out and stuff?
I'm reading this article right now, and this article is just filled with BDE. Like, that's all they just keep saying over and over and over again.
With what?
BDE. BDE. Shut up. I'm not saying it. You jackass. Stop trolling me. Oh, I don't know. You don't know? No? You don't know? Not surprising.
Oh, burn.
Shem knows.
You know I know.
Hey, I know.
Okay, Maury.
Okay.
Sure.
Maury, this was going so great, Maury. It was going so
Sure.
great. So great.
Say it.
Come on, Maury. Hold on here. Let me just find out how because all they literally I'm reading. Oh, there we go. BDE again. Yeah. What is that, Maury? Just kidding. Hold on here. No, and all they keep doing, this whole article is just like, it's a Wikipedia of everybody else Pete Davidson has dated.
Oh, no.
And I haven't even got to the Emily Ratajkowski part.
It's like it's IMDb.
So it is. I swear to God, it's longer. It's longer than his IMDb. Pete Davidson with Emily Ratajkowski. No. I guess they're a thing, though.
Yeah.
Right? Aren't they? They look good together, though.
He looks good with everyone.
You think so, huh?
Oh, man.
Is that your kind of guy, Moore?
All tatted up?
Really, huh?
Yeah, Maury loves tattoos.
Oh, I'll wait outside.
Really, huh? Outside, like
what?
Like in line.
What do you mean?
Not behind the dumpster in the alley with binoculars and a rag.
And all he does
you know
is
what I mean?
he's standing there and he keeps whispering.
Yeah, like there's a lot of things that you can come to mind when somebody says I'll wait outside, right? But when Maury says it, I'm like, no.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I didn't know that Margot Robbie was in talks to be in a Pirates movie.
We talked about that.
Did we?
It was her, like she was doing the movie. Like she wasn't just going to star.
Yeah, it was a spinoff, a Pirates of the Caribbean spinoff. Well, Disney pulled the plug on it.
Mm-hmm.
No longer happening.
Nope. And
Jerry Bruckheimer was going to produce it, who did all the other Pirates movies, but apparently Bruckheimer said, he told the Sunday Times that there were like 2 scripts in the works for Pirates, for this pirate spinoff. One with Margot Robbie, one without. So this article that I'm reading does not say whether or not the other Pirates movie that he's in talks to be a part of is happening or not. I assume it is, right?
Well,
Like they got to bring back.
Well, the reason the
Johnny
all
Depp.
well, yeah, because she was going to do like a sort of Birds of Prey all female version of Pirates.
Yeah.
And the reason that's not happening is because you can now hire Johnny Depp.
$30 million is what I guess they offered him.
Yeah.
To be Sparrow again,
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
I love those movies,
realistically,
man.
that's low.
Mhm.
That's very low, but he's got to get, he's got to sort of like get back in it, and he's not the guy that he was and everything else. But yeah, no, and
You think the movie would still kill now?
yes.
Like after all
a
this
Pirates
time?
movie?
Mhm.
Yes.
Those movies were amazing.
I stopped watching after 1.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, those
Yeah,
movies are so good.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I watched 1 and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then I watched a little bit of 2 and I was like, I've seen enough. And I never went back for another.
Really?
No, I don't enjoy watching CGI skeleton ghosts. I have no emotional attachment to the movie at all. Who they're fighting, why they're I don't like watching people fight ghosts. Like it's just not for me, right? And even with the character, like the Jack Sparrow character, it wore a little thin after a while for me. I was like, I get it. Like great character, great acting. But I'm like, I kind of get it. But yeah, I watched 1 and about 15 minutes of 2 and I was like, I'm good. I don't need to see any more.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I love
You
those
do?
movies. Yeah,
Really?
they're so good. And I enjoy the CGI stuff.
You do. See,
I'm
I
a
don't.
big fan of all that stuff.
No,
Yeah.
like when I see like a blue glowy skeleton walking around,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get so bored. I am so bored out of my mind.
What about
It's
that
not
guy
for
with the
me.
octopus beard?
Not for me. Really? No, I'm like, I can't get into it. The stakes are too low. I'm like, I don't care about this thing, right? Who they're fighting and why they're fighting.
Even
like
the costumes and just like the set design.
No.
Everything. I love all of it.
No, like and I understand it's Disney, you have to do that stuff,
Yeah.
right? But if it was just like guys, like if it was just pirates, like people, humans, sword fighting and stealing and all that stuff, I'd be a huge fan. I just can't do the fantasy part of it. It's just it's not for me.
Well, the Margot Robbie Pirates spinoff is not happening. Jerry Bruckheimer said that that's off the table.
Yep.
Margot Robbie said it's off the table, but we'll see if the new one with Johnny Depp actually ends up happening.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Coming up on Sunday, 109th Grey Cup.
It's a long time, huh?
Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Toronto Argonauts. Winnipeg looking for another win. It's the first time in 5 years that the Argos have made it to the Grey Cup.
Roz, was it cold at the first one?
That's when I fell into a block of ice and they thawed me out years later.
Captain America.
Yeah.
You had to wear 4 layers of potato sacks that day.
109. Yeah, thanks for that.
So the Grey Cup is happening on Sunday in Regina. So Damon Morey decided to make some cold calls to Regina to find out from people who are in and from Regina how they would cheer between watching the Blue Bombers and watching the Argos battle because their team's not there, right?
How excited are you that the Grey Cup is in your hometown?
Well, pretty excited, yeah.
Would you say this is kind of like Airbnb-ing your town to the enemy?
Oh, a little bit like that, I guess. Yes, I would. That's not a good thing.
So then who are you rooting for then for the Grey Cup since you don't have a stake in the field?
I'm rooting for the Argos.
Oh, can I get a Argos?
Well, I'll say Argos.
Are you going to decorate your house like the front lawn?
Well, probably not the front lawn, but the interior.
How are you going to decorate the interior?
My wife was a great Argo fan, and her father was a great Argo fan. So we've got some Argo paraphernalia around here.
Are you going to wear like a sweater?
Yeah, I've got a jersey, got some pom-pom kind of things.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling Stats.
Yes, go sports. Hey, it's Damn It Maury from the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you?
Good.
You own a sports bar. You have the Blue Bombers. You have the Argos. How do you decorate a sports bar to make all of the patrons happy?
We're all just going to be wearing our Rider stuff. We have Rider stuff loud and proud. We don't really have any decorations for Winnipeg. You can't find anything in the city here. I mean, we were kind of cheering for Hamilton, and we were cheering for Winnipeg because that brings the best buck for us because Hamilton brings a lot of people, and Winnipeg brings a lot of people.
So as somebody in Winnipeg, who are you rooting for?
If Winnipeg wins, this place is going to be jammed after. Because this is kind of Bomber Central on Labor Day weekend and stuff like that. So you got to cheer for Winnipeg just business-wise.
Do you know the Winnipeg cheer?
No, and even if I did, I would never admit to that.
Oh, damn. Ouch.
Hello.
When I say gray, you say you're supposed to go cup.
Okay.
When I say gray, you say...
Sorry, I'm busy right now.
No, you say cup.
Oh. In your face.
Hello.
All right, who's excited for the Grey Cup?
We are very excited for the Grey Cup.
But you don't have a team in the Grey Cup, and you're like a Rough Riders fan. Does that kind of like damper the mood?
A little bit. I'm bleeding green still, but I'm going to be cheering double blue. I don't want Winnipeg to win again. They've had enough wins.
Wow.
Okay, pretend I'm a Winnipeg fan and we just met at the popcorn stand, okay? Oh, Winnipeg, go Winnipeg.
You're never going to win 3 times. No three-peats.
Damn.
Zach Collaros has a bad ankle. You guys are done.
Is it okay to share your stadium with the Argos in Winnipeg? They're going to be using your dressing room.
Oh, that is painful. That's definitely painful to think that Winnipeg will be in the dressing room. Oof. And what's even worse is to think that they might drink out of the Grey Cup in there.
And now picture it. Their bare butts are going to be sitting on the benches that your players sit on.
Probably. Yeah, that's a pretty bad thought.
When I say gray, you say...
Cup.
Are you going to the game?
Yes, we are.
You could be sitting next to Winnipeg and Toronto fans.
Probably will, because we have front row seats.
So are you practicing how you're going to handle yourself next to other team fans?
Yes, I have imagined that very much.
You're sitting next to me, and I go like this. You ready? Argos.
Bombers.
Argos.
Bombers.
Wow. So in Regina, they equally hate Winnipeg and Toronto.
Yes, they do.
Right?
Yes, they do.
They are literally ride or die for their Rough Riders.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is, got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Layla, why are you reaching out to be on FML today?
Who knew sleeping in separate beds would cause such an issue?
You wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. I've been married for about 5 years and together for 7. We have a 2.5-year-old. My husband and I have not been sleeping in the same bed for the past 2.5 years because I've been sleeping in the same bed as my son. My husband has started to resent me, and it has caused a big gap in our marriage. He's not communicating that there was an issue, but how do I fix this? Or is my husband just being too sensitive? I miss my husband and want to fix things. Wow.
Why are you continuing to co-sleep with your son?
So just to give a little bit of backstory, we live in a 2-bedroom townhouse, and my son's nursery was set up in our master bedroom, and I've been sleeping in the same room with him ever since. And then recently, in the last year, we converted our guest room into his bedroom. And when traveling started to open, my husband started to travel a lot, and I just ended up sleeping with my son, and it got comfortable because I was alone. And then when my husband would come home, and when he's here for a week or two, I would try sleeping with him, but then I would just come back into bed with my son because he'd be crying at nighttime, and I would just comfort him. And then my husband would just confronted me about a month and a half ago and just started to feel that I was paying more attention to my son, and kind of has affected our marriage in a way, and not really sure how to go about it, or if I'm being not too sensitive to his feelings.
So every night when you put your son down to sleep, are you going to bed at that point as well, or do you put him down to sleep, then you go do other stuff, climb into your bed with your husband, and then at some point in the middle of the night, you go and sleep next to your son?
It varies every night, just depending on how tired we are. Usually I'll put him to bed and let him fall asleep, and then I'll go downstairs. My husband and I will spend some time together, watch TV. Other nights, I will jump into bed back with my husband. Some part of the reason why I don't sleep with my husband sometimes is because he snores, and then for me to get a good night rest and go to work next day, it kind of holds an effect on me. So I end up jumping into bed with my son. So
you got a lot going on. I mean, after you know what it's like. After you have a kid, everything changes, right? Like the dynamics change, hormones change, your body changes, your relationship changes, how you see each other changes, and your sex life changes. And I think that where people tend to like the hole that you get into is that you guys have just waited so long that even though you've been together all these years, you're sort of like going through an awkward stage with each other now, and like where you like, do I make the first move or like what do I do? But I think that you have to separate like sex and intimacy. You know what I mean? Like and because I think that they're not sort of exactly and always tied together. I think that you guys can still have incredible intimacy with sort of out having a wild sex life like what you used to.
Question though, Layla, are we talking about like intimacy, or are we just talking about straight up your husband wants you back in the bed because he just misses having you there? Or is it like kind of a mix of both?
I think it's a mix of both.
Yeah.
We definitely just miss, having to cuddle each other at nighttime, and then eventually, obviously, to intimacy. But obviously, during COVID, you put on a little bit of weight. I'm not sure. Maybe it's affected him. Like he thinks that I rejected him, but I also feel the same way. So
yeah, I think that when I say intimacy, I don't mean like doing it every night, right? What I'm saying is that you guys get to a point where you're so comfortable with each other, and you sort of have your own nonverbal language, and the house and the family just sort of operates, right? And you're good at it, but you don't talk about things that you haven't had to talk about in a very long time. When you guys first got together, you would sit and have these conversations about feelings and about, the future and about insecurities and all this stuff. But eventually, the longer you're with somebody, you sort of don't have those conversations anymore. You don't check in with one another. You may with your girlfriends and he may with his friends, but you rarely do that together. And I think that is where you need to start. I think you guys need to go back and start having the same conversations about your lives together that you did when you were just starting out. And I think that that's the sort of way to kind of get back into being a little bit normal, because I just think that, that there's such a gap between you guys now, and you don't know how to fix it. And you're like, why is there a gap? We love each other so much, and this family is awesome. And I am in no position to think that it's not going to succeed. Of course it's going to succeed, but why can't we talk to each other? And why do I feel like weird, around him sometimes? Because you have to talk to each other. You have to have these conversations. That's where it starts.
Tried talking about everything? And if so, who brings it up? Or are you guys just avoiding it at all? Like,
I think we're avoiding it. We're avoiding it all. Like sometimes there are conversations, but my husband to begin with is not very in touch with his feelings. So it's a bit hard to kind of get that emotion out of him. But when he confronted me, that's why it was just such a shock to me a little bit, because I didn't know. And
and it's important, right? So it has to be bothering him, or it's affecting him so much that as someone who doesn't share his feelings or talk about his feelings, if it's bothering him that much to bring it up with you, then it is definitely an important conversation that the two of you need to have.
Oftentimes when guys, when you see a man and he's not in touch with his feelings, oftentimes he's very much in touch with his feelings. He just doesn't know how to articulate his feelings. And when you're in a situation where you're dealing with somebody like you, who's the mother of the kid and somebody that he truly loves, the reason you don't start articulating your feelings is because you fear that you're going to say the wrong thing. Right. So I think that I think that that's the sort of way to go at this.
Okay.
Does that help, Layla?
Definitely. I just to sit down with my husband and just have like a nice conversation with him, and just get in touch with each other again.
Yep.
Definitely. There you go. Yep. Thank you, Layla.
Thank you for your help, guys.
Bras and mochas fix my life.
On Kiss.
I have to play you the most awkward and inappropriate thing that a weather guy said to a co-host on an NBC morning show in Wisconsin.
Oh, Jesus. Wisconsin.
So this host, she is sitting on a different part of the set with someone from like the local adoption agency, right?
Like people adoption or dog adoption?
Animal adoption,
Okay.
right? And she's sitting there. There's a husky that she's like petting and hugging and like letting the husky give her like kisses and stuff, right?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Come adopt this dog.
Yes.
She's so cute, right? And then she throws to the weather guy. And this is what happens.
They do that backwards look. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, adopt her. Okay, Charlie, I'm gonna sit here and just hang out with my new best friend, Bettina.
Really?
Get to weather. Oh yeah.
I think you two should get a hotel room or something. That's a lot of action going on over there.
Oh, Charlie.
Probably the most action you've had in months, huh?
Oh my God.
Let's take a look at the weather.
It's like silence.
Oh, well, I crack myself up if I don't crack anyone else.
That's a dog.
Completely
Actually horrible.
That's a dog.
Completely silent.
Oh my God. He should be fired. That's ridiculous.
Who sees somebody like getting all loved up by a dog and goes, "You guys should get a hotel room."
Now, but do they have that banter all the time?
I
Like, is that a
imagine so.
thing?
I imagine so. It's the weather guy, please. The banter is there every day.
Yeah.
He thinks he's hilarious. You should get, who looks at somebody with their dog and
But
goes,
then
you should get a hotel room.
Also goes on to say it's the most action you
That is just beyond, right? Like that is so far beyond.
Yeah, I think everyone, because you could hear after he says it, it's just like complete silence. Like nobody knows what to say.
Is there a video? Like, what was her face like?
They didn't cut to her face when he said what he said.
Yeah.
They didn't
Oh
go
my
back to.
Yeah.
They didn't cut back to where she
Probably
was
for a
saying.
reason.
Yeah, because everybody in the control room dropped dead.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
All right. It's that time. Hey, Mocha.
Why are you so depressed?
I'm not depressed. I'm very excited. Can't you tell?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and Black Adam are unlikely to be released in China, costing the studio tens of millions of potential revenue. So the first Black Panther was released there, and because China is the second largest market in the world for films, right? Like, and that's why so much editing goes into these movies. And for a long time, it was silent what Hollywood would do to these movies because they didn't want anybody to know that they were sort of bending to the Chinese government and with censorship and following their lead. But they were making so much money. So the first Black Panther did $105 million in China. Wow. For Dwayne Johnson movies, Skyscraper did $98 million. Hobbs and Shaw did $201 million. In China. Avengers Endgame did $629 million in China. But there's been a real ban on all Marvel films for a while.
Why?
Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings and Eternals were banned. And China never says why they don't accept a movie, but there's different things that people have said over time. So with Shang-Chi, Simu Liu and for Eternals, Chloe Zhao, in old interviews that I guess Simu had done, he seemed to disparage China. And they remember this stuff. And then for for Spider-Man No Way Home, it was banned simply because there was a shot of the Statue of Liberty in the movie, which is too potent of a symbol of American sort of political values. So that's gone. The theory for Black Adam, this is wild. The theory for Black Adam is because Pierce Brosnan is in the movie. So he plays Dr. Fate. 2 years ago, Pierce Brosnan posted a photo from 19 years ago with him and the Dalai Lama, offering his congratulations on the Dalai Lama's 85th birthday. And as we know, the Dalai Lama is viewed by China as a dangerous separatist, so therefore no Black Adam in China.
What if he agrees to just take the picture down?
It doesn't matter. They remember.
No, it's still there.
Yeah. Can you believe that? Right?
And now Wakanda Forever.
And now Wakanda Forever and Black Adam. So neither of those movies, DC or Marvel, are
I
going
didn't
to.
know that.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
I just thought it was like edits for things that
No.
the Chinese market didn't like, or
No.
the government didn't like. Like the great example that you gave
Yep,
of
and it's-
Spider-Man
yep.
with the
Statue of Liberty. No, it's
right?
the people. It's the people. It's the people.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hillary Duff, according to the New York Post, is slamming a new book. I guess it's like an Aaron Carter memoir. I don't think he
unfinished
wrote it,
book
though.
That comes out. Yeah, he wrote it with somebody. It's not finished, and it comes out next week.
Aaron Carter, An Incomplete Story of an Incomplete Life. He wrote it with a guy named Andy Simmons. And in the book, I guess they claim that Hillary Duff and Aaron Carter lost their virginities together at the age of 13, because we know that they dated in the early 2000s. And Hillary Duff says it's really sad that within a week of Aaron's death, there's a publisher that seems to be recklessly pushing a book out to capitalize on this tragedy without taking appropriate time to fact check the validity of his work. She goes on to say, to water down Aaron's life story to what seems to be unverified clickbait for profit is disgusting. In no way do I condone shedding any light on what is so obviously an uninformed, heartless money grab. Also in the book, I guess Aaron Carter tells a story that when he was at Neverland Ranch, when he was a kid, like 13 years old, he got sleepy, like all the children apparently did at Neverland Ranch. And Michael Jackson was like, well, just go to bed. And then Aaron just thought that he would get one of the rooms in Neverland Ranch. But apparently, according to Aaron Carter, Michael Jackson just pulled out a cot that was already made and put it beside his bed. And then
Michael Jackson's room?
Yeah. And then Aaron says that he woke up in the middle of the night and Michael Jackson was standing at the foot of his cot in his tighty whities.
No.
And he said that he was like sleepwalking or something like this. And then Aaron told him to F off. And then Michael just went back to bed and then they both fell asleep. And then he woke up in the morning and he was gone. So
Michael Jackson was gone?
Michael Jackson was gone. So like this is what you're getting from the Aaron Carter book, right? So take it for what it is, but a lot of people not happy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Chris Rock is set to be the first comedian who is going to do a live streaming comedy special on Netflix.
What?
So details are sort of scarce, but the special is expected to air globally in 2023. They say Chris is one of the most iconic and important comedy voices of our generation. We are thrilled the entire world will be able to experience a live Chris Rock comedy event and be part of Netflix history.
Wow.
So this,
incredible.
of course, will open Netflix up to doing more live.
Yeah.
Like live and gone, or live and then you can watch it again later?
No, live and then you can watch it again later.
Wow.
Like live eventing on Netflix is going to be a thing.
I'm here for it. When you first started saying Chris Rock is going to be the first comedian too, I thought nobody laughed. Promise you guys?
Yeah.
No one's going to laugh?
Nobody. Why would we laugh? Come on, that's rude.
I mean, we may laugh.
Man. That's
I
rude.
thought you were going to say that Chris Rock was going to be the first comedian to do a live show from space.
Oh.
Why did your mind go there?
Guys,
What?
you guys said you weren't going to laugh.
I didn't. Anyway, Chris Rock will be the first comedian. It will go to space, but then it's going to come back.
The signal has to go to space.
Yes, it will go to
and
space.
then come back down to us.
Thank you.
People watch.
Much like this show, right? People get it if they're
But
listening
there's no
online.
Mocha.
It
There'd be no
goes-
audience in space.
Goes to space, and then yes. Anyway, so no, Netflix.
Okay.
Even better. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Madonna posted a picture of herself licking water out of a dog bowl, also posing sexually with a bottle of sriracha and a bottle of mustard.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
On Instagram?
It's
yeah,
on her
I believe
Instagram
it was
stories,
on
and
Instagram.
you really should follow her because she does this all the time.
Yeah,
But who wants to see that?
This is why I don't want to follow Madonna in times like these more, is because with stuff like this and pop culture and making an impact, Madonna was a leader, and I loved that Madonna. Not that I have any sort of hatred for Madonna, but Madonna was a leader, and now I just feel that she is thirsty.
No, I think she's bored.
I don't think she's bored. I think she's desperate,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like seeing. It just hurts my heart a little bit. That's all.
Now, I saw this when she posted it. There's one photo where she's like lying. It's black and white. She's with the dog bowl.
Sure.
And I showed it to Matthew. I'm like, oh my God, look how cool she looks.
Yeah. But that's a super fan, right? Like,
I mean, it was very artsy.
Was it though?
Don't laugh
was
at me
it?
like you laughed at
Was
Mocha.
it? Was it? Also, this was in space too, Mocha.
Was it?
Yes, it was. Madonna posted a video of licking a dog bowl in space. Yes.
Sounds like it would be.
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Wakanda Forever. Is that out today? Is that the deal?
Yeah, man. I don't know. I hear and I see like all the tweets from people who've watched the movie already.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready to watch. Like, it sounds like it's going to be emotional as hell.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm ready to watch this movie, man.
Has anybody seen this? Did you see it, Deepa?
No, I
Maury,
haven't seen
Maury,
it,
you didn't
no.
see this yet?
No. I want to see it. I didn't know. They did the premiere out here
Yeah.
the other day. I had no idea.
Devo Brown sitting down talking to Lupita Nyong'o exactly about that, how you grieve as characters, but also as people, and how difficult this was for all of them.
People have this weird expectation that celebrities or people in the acting world have to heal faster or mourn faster when you lose the passing of a good friend. But you still have a job to do, but you're still human with real emotions. How did you personally find that balance getting back to do this film, especially with your character being as close to Chadwick's character?
Well, the gift of the story is that we didn't have to pretend. When Chadwick died, that loss is exactly what informed where we went with this film. It was something that really shook us. And it shook Ryan especially, who had been writing the second Black Panther for over a year at the point that Chadwick died. So imagine that, like you're thinking about this person on a daily basis and made that the subject of the film. So this film is about the loss of T'Challa and how we move forward when faced with tragedy, when we experience deep loss. And you see these characters of Wakanda dealing with the grief in very different ways. And hopefully this is coming at a time when the world has been uniquely thinking about mortality and the fragility of life globally. So hopefully this story comes at the right time, and that it offers comfort and just relatability and ultimately hope.
There's
God,
also
it's gotta be tough to
the
talk about
second
that, man.
the second Rihanna song.
I haven't heard
released
this.
From the Wakanda Forever soundtrack came out today. And much like Lift Me Up, we'll play the full song for you in a sec.
Yeah, but give me a taste.
It's called Born Again. Bro.
Yeah.
I give my heart to this place. I give my soul or whatever it takes.
Who's singing with
Never run away.
Who's singing with her?
I don't know. Let me check.
Storm the gates, I'm not afraid. Behold the brave. Now have it no other way.
It's not listed here on the, at least on my Apple Music. It's beautiful. And then like later on in the song, it kind of like picks up a little bit more anthemic, right?
Just tell me what I need to do.
Yeah, it's very much a movie song. Though,
Yeah.
right? It's
I
not
don't know.
it's not a
Like
pop
these
song.
two Rihanna songs from Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
And just hearing like people who've watched the movie talk about it and hearing how the people who are starring in this movie are talking about it. I don't know.
I know, it's going to be a sad day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really, really is.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Drake lost $2 million on that fight at UFC on Saturday night.
Yo, pennies.
This isn't the same week, though, that Vogue sued him for $4 million. So let's not forget that, right?
Yeah.
So,
Damn, you down 6.
so Drake put down $2 million on Israel Adesanya to beat Alex Pereira, and that did not happen at all. And it was like a crushing knockout. Now, here's the thing, though. When you're dealing with the sort of odds that Drake was dealing with, like this is when you know you're you're loaded. So Drake put down $2 million on Israel to win. If he won, Drake would have won $2.9 million. So he stood to lose. He had the potential to win $900,000. But in order to win $900,000, you had to bet $2 million, right?
Now, was
And
he
he
betting
lost.
on I didn't see, was he betting on that steak site again?
Oh, I don't know.
Or was it somewhere else?
I'm not
Because
sure where.
anytime a story about that steak betting and
Yeah.
Drake comes out because he's like partners with them, people, I don't know if you guys have seen, like everyone says like it's not real
Oh,
betting when it comes to Drake.
right.
Because they like give him credit to play. So he then posts about it and entices other people to sign up.
Right.
So that's not really his money that he's playing and losing.
Gotcha.
With, right?
He's just it's just like store credit kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right? Interesting. Yeah, maybe that is the case, but I don't know because he said he posted about this that he put down the $2 million bet. But did you watch that fight on Saturday? Oh, it was good. Oh,
Was it?
was really.
I read about it though. It was like
good.
was it fifth round?
Yeah,
The whole card was amazing.
The whole card, yeah. It was like out of the 13 fights, I think that 7 of them were first round knockouts or something ridiculous like that. Like it was, it was
Incredible.
good. But Alex Pereira, is that how you say his last name?
Pereira.
Yep. Everybody was calling him like the biggest hater in the world because he was a kickboxer, and Israel Adesanya was also a kickboxer years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex Pereira was the only guy to beat him, right? And he beat him like twice.
Mm-hmm.
And he was the only guy to ever like knock him out. And then Israel Adesanya left kickboxing, was like, screw this. And then he went into UFC and he dominated UFC. And then Alex Pereira saw him doing well in a different sport, went and joined UFC, fought all these fights just to get to the point of where he could fight Israel Adesanya again and then knocked his ass out again.
Oh my
Everybody
God.
was like, bro, this guy's the biggest hater in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, like, what is with you? Chasing this guy.
For years.
For years. Like putting in the work.
That's like when you want to prove a point.
Right.
Like that is the long game.
Thank you.
To prove a point.
But he knocked his ass out. It was a great card, though. Really great card.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Taylor Swift at the MTV European Music Awards last night. People didn't know that she was actually going to show up, and she did. So I think that what was she? She was up for like Best Artist, Best Video, Best Pop Song, and Best Long Form Video is what she won for. And who hosted? It was Cool who hosted. Rita Ora and Taika Waititi.
Yeah, they're a couple.
Power couple. But Taylor showed up, and people weren't expecting her to show up. And here is Taylor Swift accepting.
I wanted to say to the fans, I had an album come out recently called Midnights. And I'm so blown away. You have no idea how much it means to me to even get to do this as a career. So I just wanted to say personally, from me to you, the fact that you have done what you've done, supporting that album, being excited about that album and loving it, and there's not a single moment I take that for granted. I love you so much. I can't believe I get to do this as a job. It's all because of you. Thank you so much.
Good for her, man.
Yeah, she went 4 for 6.
Listen, this is going to be this upcoming award season. Yeah, this is going to be all Taylor Swift.
But how does I don't understand. When does because she missed the deadlines for Grammys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this all has to happen in what
24,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Is when it would be.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Taylor Lautner and Taylor Dome got married at a winery in California.
Oh,
and,
Mr. and Mrs. Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, and she had posted leading up to it. She was like sort of in a dress with a sash, and it just read the future Mrs. Lautner.
Mm-hmm.
So the question was like, will she actually change her name? And I think that I think that they will be Taylor Lautner and Taylor Lautner. Like
That's
I think
weird.
that's the sort of way that it goes. They had 100 people at their wedding. They both look great. Everybody seemed happy. Is that a decent number? 100 people?
That is like the perfect. That was us.
Was it
at our wedding?
Yeah.
It was 100 people. It was the best because you could still go around and like have conversations with people, right? You could still mingle.
How many people do I need to invite to my wedding so I don't have to go around and have conversations with people?
You should then just do City Hall, you, Catherine, and Roxy.
Yes, well, that's not going to fly,
That's it.
right? That's not
Yeah.
going to fly at all.
But you're going to have to talk to people.
Am I, though?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Even though
absolutely.
it's my night?
Why don't you just sit in a chair and we
Your
all come
night?
to you?
Your night. Oh,
It's
God,
my
here we go.
night.
Here we go.
What? It's not my night?
No.
No. What are you talking about?
It's
not my night.
your night.
It's of course it's my night.
It's not your night.
You don't think it's my night? No.
Get that out
It's
of your
Catherine's
head right
night?
now.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
It's Catherine's night.
Yeah, you're the
You're
ramen
an-
on that night, buddy.
Bro, you're an accessory.
Come on.
Guys, facts are facts. You're an accessory
100%
at that point.
You just wait.
Nobody wants to talk. It doesn't matter.
It's
you don't want to talk to people. Guess what? People don't want to talk to you anyway.
You just
people are going to be
wait.
wanting to talk to Catherine all night.
You just wait. People are going to leave my wedding going, man, that was a great night for Roz.
Okay.
Yeah, you just wait.
People are going to be walking. People
You
are going to be
just
surprised
wait.
to see you there, look at you
Yeah.
and be like,
no.
no. They're going to look at you and be like, what are you doing here?
No, they're going to walk up and be like, man, this is a real good night for him. Yeah. You just wait. It's my big night. It's my big night.
Catherine, it's not too late to walk away.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Over 2,000 Lexus RX series cars were stolen in Ontario last year. That's a lot. You want to know the top 10? See if your car's on there?
Oh, I know already.
It is or it isn't?
No, I know okay. My car would not be
It's
there.
not. It's
but
not.
I believe the brand will be there.
Okay.
Honda.
Okay.
Is Honda Civic on there?
Okay. Honda Civic.
It's got to be number 2. Civic's got to be number 2.
Civic is not number 2. Civic is 5.
Oh, Toyota Yaris.
Yeah, the Yaris is not on there.
No, ain't no way.
For Toyota, Highlander
good
is
car.
Highlander is on there. I know, but listen, man, you got to be like a 5'2" thief if you're going to be start stealing Yarises.
There's lots of 5'2" thieves.
Okay, so here's the top 10s. You let me know, okay? The Toyota Tacoma pickup truck at number 10.
Yeah.
The Ram 1500 series.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of trucks, man. Silverado / Sierra pickup truck, again. The Honda Accord at number 7.
Oh, classic.
Land Rover, Range Rover Sport.
Ooh, yeah.
Number 6. Honda Civic at number 5. Toyota Highlander at number 4. Ford F-150 at number 3.
Really?
Yo.
613 of those guys were stolen last year.
Those trucks are...
It's big.
I think I want one.
You do? You want an F-150?
Yeah.
They're big.
I know.
Yeah.
I got a lot of stuff to
got-
carry around.
You're going to try
So much stuff.
You don't have to city park that, though. That's why. You live, how many cars can you put in your driveway?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6,
exactly.
7, 8, like 9,
You could put 9 in your driveway? No joke, really? You could?
11.
Shut up.
Oh, God.
Just look at you, jackass. Number 2 on the list, number 2 on the most stolen vehicle is Honda CR-V. There were 1,150 of those stolen
My last
last
car
year.
was a CR-V.
Was it?
Yeah, my dad has a CR-V.
Uh-oh.
Yo, Dad. Vern, get the club out. You remember the club?
Yeah.
No
You had to
Teslas
have
on the
that.
list.
No Teslas. They're very hard to steal, Teslas.
Because nobody can figure out how to open the door.
Exactly. I still don't know how. Lexus RX series, as we said, number 1, the SUV, 2,083 thefts last year alone.
Those are beautiful cars.
Yeah,
I can see why.
Dave Chappelle.
Everyone.
What?
Invest in a club.
Yeah, that was a big thing. The club, you put it right on your steering wheel and stuff like that. And
Locks it right in.
Yeah, man.
Jenny used to laugh when I had one for the Accord.
You had a club in the Accord? Yeah. Come on now.
Did those actually work?
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
Big time.
Yeah. You couldn't. I mean, you could steal it, but you couldn't drive anywhere. But I'm sure they figured out how to hack a club, right?
Oh, yeah.
Come on now. Universal keys and stuff like this. They know what they're doing.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Dave Chappelle back on SNL. For 2 years now, that Chappelle has, for the last, not 2 years, but like 2 election cycles, the sort of Saturday following elections. And it was midterms in the States earlier in the week, and Chappelle showed up. He didn't do anything political, but this was the first time Dave Chappelle was back on Saturday Night Live after his special on Netflix, with that a lot of people took as Dave making a slew of transphobic jokes. There was calls or a lot of rumor that writers were boycotting the show, but I don't think that anything really solid came out of that for this. But he spent most of his time talking about Kanye.
Before I start tonight, I just wanted to read a brief statement that I prepared. I denounce anti-Semitism in all its forms. And I stand with my friends in the Jewish community.
Pause it right there for a second. So the criticism that Chappelle, first of all, a lot of people thought that the whole thing was hilarious. And but the criticism is that he went in to sort of skewer Kanye and did the whole thing of like, I denounce anti-Semitism. But then it didn't really seem like anything other than an opportunity that Dave Chappelle gave himself to tell jokes that were perceived as anti-Semitic. So here's Dave Chappelle.
In the Jewish community. And that, Kanye, is how you buy yourself some time.
Oh, wow.
I got to tell you guys, I've probably been doing this 35 years now. And early in my career, I learned that there are 2 words in the English language that you should never say together in sequence. And those words are the and juice. I've never heard someone do good after they said that. Kanye's gotten into some scrapes before. Normally when he's in trouble, I pull up immediately. But this time I was like, you know what? Let me see what's going to happen first.
Maury, what was your take on the opening monologue?
I thought this was so funny.
But did you take it as
I
being
took
in any
nothing.
way?
No, not at all.
No, huh?
Not at all.
And speaking of quickly, social media, I don't know if you saw this. So we know how Kanye felt about North being on, who's 9, by the way, being on social media, right? Just to remind you here, because she has a shared account with Kim.
Correct.
Right? They have North and Kim on TikTok. So here was Kanye a little while ago talking about how he does not want his kid on social media.
Hey, everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so.
So one of the things that Northwest, and you know Kanye's head is exploding right now.
What?
So she posted Northwest did, 9 years old, like hey, here's how I do my day. Here's a snapshot into my day.
Oh, okay.
She claims that she starts her day by watching her favorite movie.
Which is?
Northwest, 9 years old on TikTok, and then shows the Netflix screen of her favorite movie.
Which is?
9-year-old Northwest claims she starts her day with The Conjuring 3.
Oh my God.
Great choice. Great choice.
Wait, what makes part 3 better than the other one?
Because I think part 3 is available.
Oh my God.
So she watches, and isn't that like about like a demonic possession and all?
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Could you imagine?
No.
Could you imagine Kanye's head right now?
I know.
Knowing that his 9-year-old is waking up every day watching a hard R. Like that's a hard R.
Hold on a
I
second.
think she's serious. Like she actually watches it. Do you think she's serious?
Yeah.
Doesn't he live across the street? Can you just like run over and like pull the wires for their internet? Something?
Yeah. So she claims anyway that she starts a day with The Conjuring 3.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Nick Cannon disputing an article that said that from a family law expert who claimed that he would be spending upwards of $3 million a year in child support.
Ooh,
Nick Cannon denied that claim, saying he spends more.
Oh, wow.
He said, I definitely spend a lot more than that on my children annually. I don't plan to ever have to participate in the government system.
I thought he was going to say, I don't plan on having any more.
No, so I guess that he sort of works it all out with the mums, and there's no sort of mediation telling him what he should and should not be paying. He's
So his
taking
12th
care of
kid
business.
was just born the other day, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Yeah.
What's the number you guys think we're getting up to with Nick Cannon and kids?
20.
20.
You think it's 20?
20.
20?
Yeah.
A nice
Okay.
round number.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be 18. I don't know why that number sticks out of my
You
mind.
think 18,
I
huh?
think it's going to be 18, and then he's done.
Bro, we could hit 18 in another year and a half.
Yeah, I think it's going to
Like
be
as far as
18.
announcing, right? Like
Sure. Maury, do you have a number?
I was going to say 20 as well.
20.
20? Deepa?
I was going to say 25.
25?
Yeah.
25.
But will
Look at
he?
me, I'm
Okay,
surprised at
but will he? But will he stop? Right? Like that's the
Yeah.
like that. Does Nick Cannon have a number? I think that's more of the question. Like does
I
if
think
if
Nick Cannon's
Nick
number is
says
18.
50, you think his number is 50?
Yeah, I don't know why that number
Can a
sticks out.
judge tell him to stop?
No, you would think that a judge should tell somebody. I mean, that's an
And do you think
obscene amount
Mariah
of
is accepting
children.
that money?
I don't think that he has to pay Mariah. No. I think that that was worked out. Maybe he does. I don't know. Maybe he does.
I think the number is 18. I think that's 18, in his mind. He's like, I'm done after 18.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, so I guess the rumor was going around that Dua Lipa was going to be doing the opening ceremonies for World Cup in Qatar. And she had said there's a lot of speculation that I will be performing at the opening ceremony of World Cup. I will not be performing, and nor have I ever been invited in any negotiation to perform. I will be cheering England on from afar, and I look forward to visiting Qatar when it has fulfilled all human rights pledges it made when it won the right to host World Cup. However, Jungkook from BTS and Shakira are slated to perform at World Cup. So I wonder if there's going to be any blowback for either of them.
I think there might be.
Yeah, I would say so. That's yeah. You can't do the Qatar show. You just can't. It's not worth it.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Wakanda Forever, $180 million at the box office.
Yeah. I'm not emotionally ready to watch this movie yet because everyone that I know who has seen this movie and things that I've seen on Twitter, like action-packed, yes, but the emotional level of this movie is like really up there.
People were ripping Kevin Smith apart all weekend for crying because he posted a picture of himself crying after he saw Wakanda Forever. I don't know. They were just they were calling him soft.
Really?
Yeah, it was really wild.
Dog, I'm preparing to cry.
People really went in on Kevin Smith this weekend. It was bizarre to see.
Yeah, I think I would.
Right?
Like, I'm already an emotional guy.
You will.
I think.
Yeah.
Will you film yourself crying?
Why? So Kevin Smith fans going on me?
Why, you think Mocha wants people to think he's soft? No, I'm joking.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, how do I get on that list of people who are banned in Russia? I think that would be like real good for my rep.
Oh, God.
Because there's a list.
You probably already are, and you just don't know it.
know. No, there is, like, because they just banned Jim Carrey.
What?
Yeah.
And Margaret Atwood.
Yeah, and
Hold
Margaret Atwood.
on. Why Jim Carrey?
So I guess for having spoken out in the past against Russia, formation of Canada's aggressively anti-Russian course is what they say. So the ministry said that they had a list of 97 people, many of whom are connected to like helping out Ukraine and stuff like this, or they've been very, sort of pro-Ukraine. Bunch of journalists on there. Like, how do I get my name on this list?
I'm surprised you're not on the list.
I know, but Jim Carrey just wound up on the list.
Do you want me to send an MP3 of some stuff you've said to someone?
Yeah, please do. Just like Russia at Russia? Like, where do you send that? I don't even know.
It's Gmail.
Russia@gmail.com.
But yeah.
Actually, no. You know what?
Yeah.
Because it's Russia,
Yeah.
they probably still use a Lycos.
Yeah.
Like my dad.
That's .ru, right?
Yeah. LYCOS.ru. I think my dad still has his Lycos email account.
Yeah. Go to Ask Jeeves and find out. Do you remember Ask Jeeves? Do you remember Ask Jeeves, right? So Ask Jeeves was a search engine before Google, right?
It was the original Google.
It was the original Google. And their character was a butler, right? Jeeves. You just ask Jeeves. And he was there like a little guy in a tuxedo and everything else. And the examples that they used to give, right? Like are so crazy. Like if you go and look at old examples of when they were trying to teach people how to use Ask Jeeves, like they would recommend, like in the search bar where you type, they would be like, what is the website belonging to the corporation American Airlines?
Oh, jeez.
Right? Like you had to be very specific. Like it was like you would, because now you just do American Airlines or like, that kind of thing. But you had to be like, what is the exact thing of the thing of the thing? That's what you had to do on Ask Jeeves. But people don't use that anymore. I use DuckDuckGo every now and then, though.
What is it? What?
DuckDuckGo. It's private. DuckDuckGo's great because with Google you have the Google algorithm that filters everybody who pays and everything else to the top, right? DuckDuckGo doesn't have those same things. So oftentimes if I search something on DuckDuckGo that I will not find on Google, you find it on DuckDuckGo and it's private.
You never should have said this to Maury.
The first thing I looked up was Ross Weston.
Yeah, but if you look at what comes up on, like if you search for something and then you look at what comes up on DuckDuckGo, it's quite different than what comes up
Tired
on.
of being tracked online? We can help. Get seamless privacy protection on your browser for free with one download.
Yeah.
You get private search, tracker blocking, and site encryption.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Under Roz West, the first thing is celebrity ages.
Yeah, see?
Maury
Oh, here we go.
Man, there's no reason.
Yes, there is. There's always a reason to Google Maury Sherman. Always. Anything?
Broke bitch. Shows up. Broke boy shows up.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.